Hi there. So I'm here live, as I told you that I would be if I could. Happy New Year, first and foremost. Is New Year's here because it's 1:15, and I got my daughter to bed. We had a lovely, lovely meal together, and we set cheers to celebrate the New Year. So that was really wonderful. And now I'm ready to color with you guys. I'm gonna be just leaving you for a couple of seconds to share it, and hopefully maybe some of those people who are sitting alone on New Year's will have, can join us and chit chat, and we can have a blast. So this will be relaxed and chilled. We can talk, we can color, we can have fun. The link to get this page for free is in the description. It is set at 0+, so you can add a tip if you like to tip me. But it's set at 0 so that everybody can get it if they want it. There's actually 3 in that set. Hi, Tina, and Happy New Year! Hi, Sandra. So yeah, I'm happy and I'm ready to color and rock and roll with you guys and celebrate the New Year. I'm actually just poured my first glass of wine. I put it at 12, but I just had a little sip with Victoria, because when I'm just sitting with her, I drink Coca-Cola for the dinner. And so, yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy my wine with you guys. Hi, Julie, awesome to see you and welcome. And yeah, I'm just gonna, we're gonna color this one. I'm gonna color this one. Whoa, it's so scary. I feel like intimidated by her, but we'll get there little by little. Hi, Rose. Nice to see you. And Happy New Year from me. I know that it's not everywhere it's New Year's yet, but, maybe, when we go through this, it will become New Year's different places, and you'll say Happy New Year when we get there. So anyways, I'm going to share this to see if there's more people who might be sitting and want to join us for a little bit of fun. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. So if you don't have your page, grab it. And if you don't feel like coloring, then don't grab it. Just hang out and chit chat. And I'll be showing you some things, and I'll be telling you new stuff. So it's going to be fun. So I'm just going to share. I'm going to get some music. Let's see. Some music. We need some mixed music. And I'm gonna not put it too loud. And I'm gonna be sharing here. Let's see, we're on. And if you notice, I changed the banner. I don't know if you can hear me now, since I'm not talking into the microphone. So. So I'm back and I'm ready to rock and roll with you guys. And first and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year from me. Your markers are too wide. I'm getting bleed. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. It's a very, very small spaces on this one. That's why I got it in A3. Well, I always print in A3 anyways. But yeah, it's really small spaces, that one. That one is definitely a lot easier in A3, unless you have gel pens or really sharp tips. I think actually those Kotage, they would go well on it. Maybe I should use those for it. I think I might go for the Kotage on this one. So I want to tell you something and show you something first, because I'm quite excited. I released the spheres, the big book of spheres. I released it yesterday. And first and foremost, I've released it on PayHip. In a week's time, I might release it on Amazon. But right now it's on PayHip for $9.99 for 100 drawings. And I wanted to show you a few of them. Just, you know, show you. I don't have all of them because I don't have a proof book right now. So I would just, you know, besides showing 100 would take a long. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. So I just wanted to show you a few of them. And then we'll get started with the coloring. So this one, I can actually, I'll put in the comments the link to the spheres, the big book of spheres, so that you can go and see. And there's a big trick with that. If you share inside of PayHip to Twitter or Facebook, like do one social share, then you will get 50% discount in there. But you have to share from there. I'm just putting the link here in the comments, so you have the link. You can go and look if you feel like it. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you that finally I have it out. I want to show you. This is sort of like the first thing of the new year. Well, I did it yesterday, so, but you know, I'm happy that I got it out, at least, you know, to PayHip to start with. So just having a little bit look at them. They do have an effect all the way through, so that they are sort of, you know, getting smaller out towards here, so you can get really nice effects when you are coloring these. And of course, yeah, I have mine printed in A3 because that's what I really like to color on, that size, because then I can also like cut them out and put them in a passepartout and frame them if I want to, and use them for expos and stuff like that. So I don't really I do it a little bit bigger. And I mean, if you have a printer that can print that, then I do recommend, if you don't like the tiny spaces, on some of them. You know, a lot of them have big spaces. The spheres are very different. There's some with huge spaces. There's some with tiny spots. So it's a very versatile. So it definitely can go for both ways, you know. And yeah, there's 100 in it. So there's a lot of different ones that you can have lots of fun with, play around with, and make beautiful effects, because there's already the size effect. So that's pretty neat. And I just have a few to show you, to give you a little appetizer of what you would be getting if you get the book. And as I said, yeah, you will get a 50% discount if you just share once to Facebook or Twitter. Of course, you know, you're welcome to share more. And remember to like, you know, statistics are always a good thing. But, you know, that will give you that 50% discount. So that's not a bad thing, because then you're just paying $4.99, which is pretty darn cheap for 100 drawings. 100 drawings, that's pretty awesome. Even $9.99 is a pretty good deal, because most books at the $9.99, they have like maybe 25 to 30 drawings in them. Mine usually have more, except for Magic World, where I think that more than 25 would be killing it. So this is what I got, and I got my Passionata ready, and I'm looking forward. And I think I'll go to the 6, because they're really awesome. I love the colors. I was actually thinking about maybe the chameleons, but I don't really want to blend. I feel like just straight on colors, but I could break out the big set to see those colors and see how that whole set plays out color-wise. So why don't you suggest me? Do you want to see me with the SICK Kuretake clean brush, water-based markers, real brush markers, or do you want to see me with the big chameleon set? What do you want to see me color with on the Passionata? And don't worry, I don't have a lot more to show you. I think this is the next to last one to promote my book. So if you like these spheres, go buy it. Share it on Facebook and get 50% discount. So yeah, that was my little preview teaser of my big book of spheres with 100 spheres in it that you can play with. And definitely these I have ready to color, so I will be coloring them. So yeah. So is there a decision? Should I go for the chameleons? You want to have the Kuretake? You got finished with her, Heather. How was she? Was she a meanie? A3 is the double of the size of US letter size. So, you know, like US letter size is this size. And I printed out in A3, which is a double. You can do that on a regular printer that only prints the small size. You can do a poster setting on the printer, which means it will print it over 2 pages, and then you can just put, you know, put the 2 pages together, and on the back just put a strip of tape, and then you got it out big, which means that you have a bigger spaces. It's a very good trick if you don't like the small spaces. I mean, but an A3 printer, I have an A3 printer, and it costs the same as the A4. But it's because I print massively for bigger projects also. So, but you can, in the print shops, they all have it, and it's not that much more expensive to have it printed in A3, but it definitely helps in small spaces. She was very mean, I know. That's why I'm so scared of her. I'm like thinking I have to take a huge sip of red wine before I even start her. And, you know, then I'm worried if she's going to be happy with the colors and everything. I think, you know, she looks like she could be a little bit of a drama queen. Did she create a lot of drama for you, Heather? Yeah, but here we have the Kotage. Clean color, sick clean color, real brush, set of 80 colors. I'm still annoyed at the order, but I tried to fix the order last time I had it open. So, you know, I think if I take them out like that, you know, and I will just take them one by one, and then I'll make the order on the table while I'm coloring. And remember, tomorrow is the, well, tomorrow, today, later, I'll be doing the first of the weirdies. It's the first challenge, color a weirdie a day. And this one is up, set at 0 plus on the pay hip. So you can get it in there for 0 plus. Well, for 0, you can get it for 0. And you can, of course, yeah, add a tip if you like. But it's in there, it's available, everybody can get it. So it's ready, set, go for the 1st of January. A lot of colors, yeah. And she tried to eat your cat. Whoa, how did your cat react to it? Because she could be like an angry, oversized canary, this one. Like the canary, oversized canary queen that eats cats. Oh, the Stettler Tri-Plus fine line. I said, they're going to be perfect for this. So I'm going to start with a yellow, because I'm going to go rainbow of this girl. She's going to learn the colors of the rainbow, whether she likes it or not. I don't even know where to begin. I am clueless of where to begin. I mean, how did I even draw her? What was I thinking? Maybe, you know, I was just enjoying the moment of drawing, and I did not have a worry in the world, because I didn't even think that I would ever be coloring her. But I will be now. So we're gonna start, and we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna start on a lot of spaces. I'm gonna start up here, in this middle space here, and that one I'm gonna let color out there. Then I'm gonna start here. She's gonna be pretty. I know she's gonna be pretty, and she's gonna be rainbow. Whether she likes it or not, she's gonna be total rainbow. So she will be a rainbow Passionata, and she's gonna rock it. She's really gonna rock it. So I think maybe I should focus on this part up here first, because it might be too much if I spread out too much. I think there's a funny little face in there. So I might just start with this one here, go down with this one there, and this one here. Then I think I've set out my starting point, and I'm gonna go for the next yellow. So I'm ready, I'm getting into it. Well, it's because I have this when I'm doing rainbow, I wanna like have the colors come out. So for me, it's easy to start in the middle, because then I've already got a system, sort of, you know, like some guidelines of where to go. So that sort of helps me, Rose. You're welcome. So yeah, I'm gonna start with her, and she's gonna be, let's hope she's not, but she should be happy. It's an honor to be the first thing to be colored in the new year. Come on, she's like a queen. She's so lucky. I think I'm gonna move this a little bit. It's because when we do the live videos, I have to move the tripod and then I lose how it was set up before. But I hope you can see. At least the camera is pretty close, I think, which I managed to get a little bit closer to. It would be nice if I sort of had one that I could zoom and do some stuff there, you know, so I could get real up and close. I just need to find the perfect setup. It's not that easy. So yeah, and these are really cool because the tip is so fine. It goes in anywhere. So it is. They're really perfect for small spaces. I have to say that because that tip is just. I don't know if you can see how fine it is. It's totally fine. It's really awesome. But it also colors bigger spaces where it just spreads out. It's just a perfect tool, I think, that I'm very pleased with. So I'm gonna go on with the orange here. She's gonna take some time, I think. You know, I'm hoping that we can get her done, all of her, today. I haven't set like a time limit, but I haven't even sent out the books from the book lottery yet because, yeah, well, it's New Year's. We've been busy. Me and Victoria, well, I made really nice food for us, and we had a lovely dinner, and we just, you know, chilled out and had a good time, and said cheers at New Year's, which was really nice. And then we looked at the fireworks on the tele, actually, because my windows don't really face anywhere where you can see the fireworks here in Christianstown, even though that there's so much fireworks. And it's only like the windows in my dad's living room that faces out towards where all the action is. And since he was being the grumpy Grinch, I think he has a problem with the all seasonal things. So he just ate up in his own living room. He ate the same food as us. So he had a really lovely dinner. But since he's got this problem with his shoulder, he doesn't want to, you know, sit at the table with us and eat. He just wants to sit at his sofa table in front of the tele, and yeah, it's his decision. So he was just sitting up there alone. But she must be really, I mean, it's kind of sad when his daughter and his granddaughter is sitting here alone, you know, like we're in the same fucking apartment. Sorry, my language. They are water-based, so actually, no bleed. They're water-based. They're actually pretty awesome, Joanne. I love them. They're called Sick Clean Color Kuritage Real Brush, and they are real brush. They are so good. This is the third time I'm coloring with them, and I've had them around for a long time, but I never really got around to using these ones. I'll just turn them around so you can see. Here's Sick Clean Color Real Brush, set of 80 colors, and the company is called Kuritage. They're Japanese, and they are really awesome, and the colors are awesome. The colors are vibrant and beautiful, and it's real brushes. You know, it's a real brush, and the tip is so fine. You can get in anywhere, but still you can also control it like a brush. So it's definitely really awesome, awesome markers. If I have to say what I think, and I'm not getting paid to say that from them. So it's not like a commercial I'm doing for them, so don't worry about that. If I didn't like them, I would also say it. No, I think they're really great, and especially for small spaces because they're also easy to control. And the tip is just so fine that you can get in anywhere. And then if you just like put a little bit of pressure, you come to the broader side, and you can really control it. So it's a very much a pleasure. You almost don't touch the paper in order to transfer the color. It just, slides right on. So definitely awesome, awesome markers, watercolor brushes. They are exquisite, really great. They're not cheap. I think they're like about $100 or something for a set of 80. So they're definitely not cheap, but they are really, really good. I mean, it's rare that I'm totally impressed. And I'm very impressed by these. I mean, and I was like thinking, why did I have them lying around so long? I mean, it's ridiculous that I didn't break them out sooner. But, you know, it goes to show sometimes we just, you know, are creatures of habit. And my habit is to use my cheap ones because then I feel safe. I mean, I really love them. I can't, you know, I'm sure that there's some people who don't love them or who don't even like them or hate them. That's the same with everyone with materials. But when I compare them to a lot of stuff I tried, I think that they are really, really great and worth it. Yeah, I think so. So now I'm going to have a sip of this glass of red wine where I've only had a little sip before. So cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Oh, the food was lovely. I made a meat and it was so tender and lovely. And I made baked potatoes and I made béarnaise sauce. And the meat was like this very soft, I don't know what it's called, tenderloin. But it was really, and it was a big piece that I fried up first on the pan in butter. And that was lovely. And just then I just, you know, seared it off. And then I had some red onions that I had just chopped up roughly. And I seared them off on that pan in that butter. And it all went in an oven-safe dish. And into the oven for like, I think it was 18 minutes at 160 degrees. And it was just totally perfect red. And the meat was like, it was melting in the mouth. So good it was. And because those onions had been cooking in the butter and the juices with the meat, it just like, it was really exquisite. You didn't even need that béarnaise sauce at all. It was totally unnecessary. And then I grilled some green asparagus to go with it. And that was it. Because, I mean, Victoria ain't having any of the onions. She ain't having any of the sauce. She ain't having any of the asparagus. She just ate meat and baked potatoes. Hi, Happy New Year. Thank you, Bob. Nice to see you here. So yeah, that was sort of our New Year's. Victoria had set a really lovely table. She was wearing a lovely dress. And so we just had our lovely dinner. She had her children's champagne without alcohol in it. I don't really like champagne, so and since there was no one else, then why would I have it? So I was drinking Coca-Cola. And then when we did the cheers, I poured myself a glass of red wine. So no reason for me to have a champagne if I don't really like it. So I can do that when there's other people around, you know. This is gonna be lovely. She's gonna be pretty. She still doesn't look too happy. But I don't think she's ever gonna look like really satisfied. She's a real diva. I'm from Denmark, Copenhagen, Bob. Happy New Year, Felicia. Nice to see you here. We are coloring today. We are coloring Passionata, and you can get her for free. The link to get her for free is in the description of the post. So it's set as 0. So you can, you can tip me. It's set as 0+. So if you want to tip me, you can tip me. Oh my God. Interesting. Sorry, I just got an SMS from somebody who didn't even call to say Merry Christmas. I will answer him. That's interesting. So, well, I'm nice. It's a new year. It's a new beginning. So interesting. He couldn't call for Christmas, but he could send a message on New Year's. Ha 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 ha. Sorry, guys. I was just making fun. The giant tree man. Oh, you like? Do you like it? It's my drawing, so I'm happy with it. So, Treebeard from the Lord of the Rings. I think she looks like a diva, but she could also be a canary. I'm not sure. She's definitely complicated, and definitely I recommend printing her big. Try that poster setting on the printer if you have it, so you can print her out over two, and then just tape them together on the back. That way she will be way easier to color. Definitely. Well, I always like to do it big. It's sort of. I had to really practice a lot when I started drawing for coloring books, because I'm used to drawing much larger scale drawings, and of course it doesn't work to draw large scale and then just size it down. You know, you have to be able to have a feeling of what people are going to sit with, you know. So if I draw something in A3 that I love, it's not going to be that cool when it goes to US letter size or A4, because it's going to be tiny, tiny. And I did draw her in a tiny size. I didn't draw her big. She is drawn to the size, so it is possible to color her. It's just easier and much kinder on the eyes to color her big. That took me some time to get used to downsizing my way of my size of drawing. But I'm pretty good at it now. Well, I've released I think I've drawn about 80 books. So I've gotten the hang of drawing smaller, I would say. I have a lot of books out there. I think in the epic giveaway, you know, like in the 24 days I gave away 1,101 books. And in the extra lottery, we landed on 214, because I decided that since I took all that time in writing all those entries, it would be a waste to throw the leftover entries out, the ones that didn't get drawn. So that means that everybody won, and I will be sending out tomorrow. But I thought, you know, if I start sending those out, it'll get later before I get on to color, and, you know, better get on with the coloring, because I also need to sleep at some point. So I'm coloring in the new year with you guys. So it's gonna be pretty, it's gonna be pretty, and I'm in a good mood. So yeah, I'm loving this. And I think that these were exactly the perfect choice for this one. Definitely a good choice for this one, because they're so controllable to work with. So yeah. And Felicia, remember, you can go and get it in the description. There's a link where you can go and download it straight away for free. So which is a nice thing. I did 11. I counted. This is the 11th drawing I did in December with a color with me. Sort of a warm up to the daily weirdies that is going to be commencing tomorrow night. Well, not tomorrow night, tonight. I keep forgetting that I'm already. But I know that some of you guys aren't even on the New Year's time yet. You're nearing the 12th, but I already been there. So the 1st of January is the first weirdie, so that will be colored tomorrow night. So that will be fun, and I hope lots of people will join us, and it will be a weirdie day. I have drawn 366 weirdie. They are in 12 books, you know, one for each month. And I will be putting up each daily weirdie at 0 plus, so that even those that don't have the books or the PDF can get them, and that those that don't have a financial means to buy them can get them on a daily basis, which I think is pretty cool. I'm happy that I'm able to do that, and I hope that a lot of people will enjoy it, and I hope that those that can will give it a tip, so that I can keep on doing it. So this is gonna be pretty. I'm really making an effort because I'm afraid that all of a sudden she'll be like mad at me or something, because she does seem like a very, you know, determined lady who won't take nothing. So I'm doing my best. I'm really making an effort here, girlie. I probably shouldn't be calling her girlie. I should be calling her my lady or something like that. But you'll have to get used to girlie. Passionata. So I don't know how I came up with that name, but I just thought that she looked pretty intense to me. So I think that's why she's Passionata, because she's intense looking. Maybe she's a troublemaker. You never know. So anyways, hi Dawn, nice to see you. We're celebrating New Year's here in the color style. And I got my sick clean brush water-based markers out, and I am putting colors to this feisty Passionata girl that I hope won't bring me too much of an issue, because she does look a little bit scary. So yeah, it's going really well, getting into the colors here. Enjoying again my moments with that. Pretty. So yeah, I think it's gonna be very nice. I think I want a bit of contrast here. I don't want it all to be red, because then you won't see those little eyes in there. Just put it a little bit closer. And she's just got a little dude sitting there right in the middle of her forehead or whatever it is. But there could be several little, you know, there's a lot going on this one. So there's a lot happening. I mean, this is a very nice, I mean, this would even be nice to blow up a lot bigger than this and color. You know, like, yeah, that would be pretty cool, I think. She could be a really awesome poster. Maybe I should try to put her up on the red bottle as a poster. That could be pretty cool. So we're just gonna have the next step here. And this is, you see a lot of red right here, because this set has a lot of reds and oranges and pinks and a few purples. So you're seeing that a lot right here. I like that, because it gives a good possibility to make this sort of fire, come on baby, light my fire. Girl, we couldn't get much higher. So yeah, I just got distracted by fire. I used to, like when I was a young girl, and I wasn't a young girl when the Doors were there, because I'm 43, so it was before my time. But I loved the Doors when I was a young girl, and I would just hear the Doors all the time. I was kind of a hippie in the 80s. It didn't really fit with what the 80s were like, but I was a hippie in the 80s. In the 80s, I wore the bell bottom, what's it called, pants. I wore totally hippie clothes. I wore platform shoes. I would go to secondhand shops and find all the 60s, 70s clothes. Oh, you did a sphere tonight. Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome. I was just like, when I started this video, I did some shameless self-promoting of the Spheres book because I just put it out yesterday morning and I'm so pleased with it. And so I did a little bit of a promotion for it and showed a few spheres off. I really like them. Did you have fun doing it, Dawn? I love the spheres. I mean, now I have them. I'm gonna also be coloring them. So you'll definitely also see me coloring some spheres. I'll have to fit it in with the daily weirdies. There's so much to do and so much to see and so many places to go. So yeah, it was a very, I think, well, it wasn't the most quiet New Year's I ever had with Victoria. I mean, before I had Victoria, my New Year's evening was never ever quiet. Since I was very young, I would just go to work. I used to work as a bartender as well. And I would always be working in the bar or in the disco or something like that on New Year's. So I've never been like really, I've never been one to go out on New Year's. I prefer to stay in, make some nice food and have some friends over. Or be working. That was what I did when I was out. But that's sort of the same, but it's just on the other side of the bar. So I did that for a lot of years. And now I just sit, tonight I just sat alone with Victoria, but you know, she was in the party clothes, I had party clothes on, we had a really nice chilling day, you know, we were making cinema in my bedroom, also just because, you know, if she's gonna stay up that late, it's good to have a relaxed, chill day, so we were watching movies and just, you know, hanging out and quiet time, which I think was pretty good, to be ready for the evening. And I think she had I mean, even though that might not have been that much fun or party like, took 4 hours. That's neat. Oh, I hope you will show me. I hope you will show me. I love to see the finished ones. So I'm gonna it's really hard, you know, that. Oh. It's a heavy wine, this one, because I had this wine that I had saved for today. This one I got in a present when some people came to visit and they had like a special bottle and they were like, oh, save it for a special day. This is a really good one. So I've been saving it. And yeah, it's a good one, but it's a really like heavy one. Yeah, it is actually my bracelet. I bought that bracelet because I think it's so pretty. But I never really wear any jewelry because I always find it annoying. And if I'm drawing, I can't have like a bracelet on my arm, or I never wear a watch either, or I don't have holes, pierced ears, or don't wear rings. I don't really wear any jewelry. Well, at least since I used to have a lot of jewelry. My ex-husband was big on giving me jewelry. But in my apartment in Spain, I had a break-in, and they stole my safe with all my special jewelry, which not only included everything that my ex-husband gave me, but also what I inherited from both my grandmothers and from my mom. So it was all the special things that might have been worthless to them, but it was definitely not worthless to me. So that was very sad. And after that, I never really, I mean, back then I would sometimes wear a few special of my mom's rings or my grandmother's ring. I would wear those sometimes. And a few of the special things that I got from my ex, I would wear, like, you know, I had a really lovely necklace that I would wear. But everything got stolen. So I lost it. And now, you know, I just don't wear a lot anyway, so. It's not like I'm really missing it. I'm missing the sentiment of the things that I lost. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be fire. Yeah, and then I'm gonna think about that song again. Jamie from X Factor UK singing the song of Kings of Leon. Your sex is on fire. I love that song. You should you know, I can't go to YouTube and play it for you. I can't do that because, you know, there's some copyright stuff, you know, so I can risk that if I do that, maybe Facebook will close down my videos, and I don't want that to happen. So I recommend that you guys go and play it for yourself, because it's an awesome song. Just look on YouTube. You look for X Factor UK, Jamie, Your Sex is on Fire, and enjoy it. It's a great, great song. I really love it. This is lovely. It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty. She's gonna be pretty. Yeah, she will be happy with me. She won't hate me. No, she will think that I colored her really lovely, and she'll be happy, and she won't be feisty. I have a feeling that that won't happen. She'll always be feisty. This one, maybe she inherited some of my personality traits when I drew her. Maybe maybe some of me fell into her, and she just became feisty little Passionata canary. That's a nice thing to think, you know. She inherited some of my traits when she got drawn out, and she'll definitely always be herself. So I'm hoping that my daughter will have the same. She drew some pretty awesome drawings today. There's like this Swedish boy band or Norwegian boy band, whatever. Martinus and whatever. It's 2 M's. And she doesn't know what they're called either, but they're very popular with the other girls in the school. And she's got my old iPad, and she's found out that she can use the iPad like a light table. Why did she find out that? Because every time she was asking me to print something for her, then I was like, no, not right now. Yeah, this Marcus and Martinez, exactly. And she was drawing them. And because she found out that she could use the iPad as a light table, she's no longer asking me to print all kinds of weird stuff. She just finds, you know, she puts in the word on Google or something, and on the iPad. I don't even know how she manages that, but she does. And then she finds images of it, and then she'll just, you know, use it as a light table, and then she will lightly trace over the contours. Yeah, she's a bright little one. She'll just trace over the contours, and then she will work on the drawing. So she's pretty cool. Yeah, she's pretty amazing, my little girl. And what she did today, the work she did today was absolutely, it was really pretty amazing, because I'm not very good at drawing people. I think it's not because I'm not good at it. You know, you can, with drawing is a skill. You can get good at it with practice. I've just never been very interested in drawing people. I'm more interested in drawing weird stuff and patterns and geometrical things and op art, and that's more like my tendencies, more abstract. Whereas I think she likes to do something that looks like something. And they were really, really good. She's showing some talent in that department. I was very impressed. And usually I'm not that impressed by the drawings, but she's showing better and better drawings. Sometimes she's showing awfully cool skills. You see, this is what I'm missing a bit in this set. A few more purples. I could use a few more purples, I think. But I think, you know, I got it a little bit mixed up, so there might be more both pinks and purples down there. But I've sort of tried to order it. Last time I was working with them, I tried to put them in a rainbow flow that I like. Yeah, she is so cool. She's such a cool girl. And she was so happy today. She was preparing for the last draw, what she was gonna wear, and the hat. The hat was a big thing. She found it at a flea market, and she actually got it for free. So she's very happy with that hat. That was her New Year's hat. And she was actually also wearing special golden shoes. And she said, "Well, it doesn't really matter because they can't see the shoes, can they?" But, you know, she did a real effort for the video today. And She's definitely going to be missing those videos because she's loving to do them. So we'll have to figure out something else, maybe make a new kind of giveaway so that she can play along. And well, it's not going to be the December epic giveaway. It's not going to be my last giveaway, of course. So there will be more, and we will have lots of fun. But actually, you know, like the whole year is one big giveaway with the Weird Year Day. So that's actually a 366 giveaway. So I don't know how I can make it more big or epic. But we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. I always come up with crazy stuff. So just keep following me and you'll probably get a surprise. So it'll be fun. Definitely. No matter what, we'll have fun. That's what it's all about, that we can have fun and make sure that we put smiles on each other's faces. And she is adorable. I think she's so adorable. She's so pretty. She's got the prettiest eyes. I mean, they're like almond shaped, and then they're like brown and green, but like intertwining, like, you know, they're like really cool eyes. I was really impressed with them when she was born. I was like, wow, those eyes are like totally amazing. I have blue eyes, and they tend to shift. Sometimes they can look like they're green, sometimes they're gray. So they sort of shift, but sometimes they're strong blue, sometimes they're like faded blue. So not, but you know, we always think that something that's different than ourselves is more interesting. So I think it's gonna be nice. Passionata, here we come. She is feisty and passionate, and she's a killer on the dance floor. Just look at how she's waving with all this. She's like, she's got it moving on down here, like, whoa, 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 look at my feathers, I'm here. So yeah, definitely. I think it's nice how we're moving on. I think it's developing really in a good way. I'm happy with that, and we already used quite a lot of colors. So, but you can see that the colors are really strong. I mean, if I put it up, they're vivid, they're bright, they're there, right in your face. It's really good, good pigment in these brushes. It's a very good color, good quality, high quality. So I have no idea how we're gonna, yeah, well, we're gonna make it now. I'm moving on to a more turquoisey one. So we got these up here. I could also, well, I think there are more blues, but I just took them away for my, you see I have a preference for the fiery colors. So yeah, this is just my, the way I sorted them out. So there are way more colors, and you know, I don't know how it's gonna pan out. Don't have a master plan, so we'll see where we get, if we get through all the colors, or if we get through half of them, or. But I remember the first time I was coloring with them, I almost did all of the colors, and I was impressed by each and every one of those colors, both with the quality and with the color itself, and with how easily they are to work with, you know. They're really beautiful to work with. So yeah, it's getting good, it's getting good. But I'm gonna be focusing on this, and then we'll move on and let it spread out a bit more. So anyways, did you guys have where at the point of New Year's Eve are you? Are you before 12 or after 12? Tina, I know that you are at my time, and I'm so happy. It was so nice of you to send me a Happy New Year message. You know, that was so cool. I got 2 messages, or just one that was 1 minute to 12. That was my ex-husband, or my ex. He's very good at remembering those things. I think he must time it in his telephone because he's always precise about it. It's the same thing with birthdays, and I'm horrible. I forget the birthdays, and I forget to send out messages with a Happy New Year and all that stuff. I'm better on but he's very good at timing that, and got that from him, and then I got it from you, so it was really cool. 8 p.m. Okay, so there's still some few hours to go for you, Dawn. Yeah, she's got pretty hair, and it's sort of like in the summer when the light shines on it, it becomes sort of like a deep mahogany red. It's this dark brown. It's not black like some of the kids in the school say. She gets really offended when they say that her hair is black, because her hair is definitely not black. Her dad's hair is black. So I don't know, but she's funny with that. She's got her own little issues. The same as if I call her Vic. I like to call her Vic. Then she's like, my name is Victoria. Victoria. I'm not Vic. But she's cool. She's got loads of personality, which is a good thing. I mean, it's nice when people have a personality that can shine through, and she definitely shines through. That's for sure. I think I'm gonna go here with this one just to get on there a little bit. I think it's gonna be pretty. But they work like a dream, these. I mean, they are awesome to work with. I was really surprised because I didn't have any expectations of them when I got them. I was like, mainly because I find the box really difficult to sort of find your colors, and there were so many in there, and I thought that was really annoying, to be honest. So that's why I never really got started with them. But then when I did the other day, I was like, oh my God, they are so great. So yeah, they surprised me a lot. They exceeded my expectations by miles. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So, it's gonna be neat. I'm gonna be going in here with this one, because that means it will be getting some green in there. I think we'll do this here. And soon I will be moving on and starting new sections up, which I think will fit nicely. I think it will be a good one. And I'm actually looking for, I didn't scan any of all the ones that we colored yet. This is number 11, so the 10 that we colored, I didn't scan none of them yet. Mainly because Victoria's got some of her Christmas presents on top of my printer. So that I would have to move that in order to do the scan, and yeah, I haven't gotten around to moving that. This is just a bit about level of lazy, no, it's because I sort of insist that she moves the stuff herself, because if she gets used to me moving everything around every time there's something to move around, and then she'll be just as messy as me when she becomes an adult. So it's better that she gets to move her own stuff around, and help, clean up and tidy up and all those things. I think that's really important because I was never part of that. So it's not sort of a natural thing for me to, I don't have a natural inclination. And I think if you're part of that as a day of your, as your daily life, then I think that you might be better at it when you grow up, at least better than I am, hopefully. So this is pretty. I'm not developing. I'm loving it. So anyways, I hope that some of you guys are having fun with this, and enjoying it, and I know that probably there won't be a lot of people on watching because it is New Year's and most people have something to do. So yeah, probably, I could have, chosen not to do this, but I did it because I was thinking some people might be sitting here alone on New Year's, and then it might be nice to have this color thing together. Then it doesn't feel so alone. It's nice for me, I think. It gets my mind off of having a New Year's when there's nothing, absolutely nothing happening. I mean, we had a nice evening, so it's not like we didn't have a nice evening, did? But I had expected a little bit more people. But that's cool. Now we had a nice, chill, relaxed evening, and I got to color, so it's a win-win in the end. And there was more meat for us, so that's a good thing. I love meat, so I'm not a vegetarian or vegan. I do cook vegetarian food and vegan food sometimes. It's not like that I don't cook it or eat it. I do. I like it. It tastes good. But I also eat meat. So I go for everything. If it's good and I can cook it, I do it. So developing a little bit further into this. I'm going to go up here. That was sort of developed. It was sort of spread out eventually by itself. And here we go. Because soon we'll be going into those yellows again, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna go for it. And it's funny when there's different times of year where it's New Year's. But it's not funny because it's always been that way because we have different time zones in the world. I remember one year I was in Thailand for New Year's. That was the millennium. That was in 2000 when it changed to 2000. I remember, I was at a huge party and at that hotel where we were staying. And when it was 12, I was like all excited. I called home, and they weren't even like close to getting to New Year's yet. They were like, "What?" Yeah, but that was funny because I didn't think about it. I was younger. But yeah, I was 17 years younger than today. Yeah, of course, I knew about the time zone, but I was caught up in that, Happy New Year moment. And when I called home, it was just like, wow, we're not even close. Kind of funny. So yeah, this is good. This is pretty. I think I'm gonna be doing this one because I want that contrast there. So it will be green here. So get a big blob of green in the middle of her forehead. Don't know if she will appreciate that. And I hope some of you will take her on, even though that she is a feisty, difficult lady. I think she's fun. And there's lots to see inside the drawing, I think. If you notice like little funky faces and stuff going on. There's things to be discovered and to play with. So yeah, I think here we go. And here we go. This is good. And here. Sometimes I forget what I did on the one side, so it won't be absolutely perfect, but who says everything has to be perfect? It doesn't. Sometimes imperfections can give you a much clearer picture. I like imperfections. I like imperfect people. Perfect people are scary. Who wants to be perfect when you can be imperfect, politically incorrect, and totally, utterly funny? You know, why be perfect then? There's so much else that you can do. So, no perfection here. I'm gonna do that one there. So we're moving on here. It's actually getting pretty good, I think. And I'm really enjoying these brushes. They are absolutely awesome to work with, as I've said so many times before. But it's the truth, I enjoy them a lot. So you have to say it when you mean it. It would also be very negative if I was like coloring her with something that I didn't like. That would be depressing, wouldn't it? If I was saying, oh my god, these pens really suck. So no, they definitely do not suck. They are absolutely gorgeous to work with. And I'm having a blast with them. So here is that lime. Oh, this is a lovely, I remember this one. This was a really lovely color. I enjoyed that last time I was playing with them too. Really, really lovely color. And the way they dry up really stronger, as you can also see. Vibrant colors, vibrant, strong, full of pigment. I don't have any, you know, I don't make New Year's resolutions because I really don't believe in New Year's resolutions. If you want to make up your mind to do something, I don't think a New Year's resolution will help you get there. I think, you know, you have to make up your mind in your head. So now I've actually, that was my selection of my rainbow in this one. So I have more than half of them that I didn't use yet on this one. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna go on like this or if I'm gonna use some of the other colors, but I'm not really sure yet. So I'm gonna have a sip of wine and say Happy New Year to everyone, and I think I will just go on. Maybe I'll work in some other colors later, but right now I'm just gonna continue in the sequence I'm using because there's like a lot there out here on the side there. So yeah, gonna go yellow again. And now I'm gonna move on to a few more places, I think, because we've sort of exhausted this mid area where we started. So well, it is actually moving out here. So I have a few places where it's moving out. But I'm gonna move down here too. I wanna get into this. So I think I'm gonna, I think I will start the middle point here. Seems like a good place to me. And I'll start here and here. And I think I'll start another middle point here. And I think I'll start another one here. And I'll start one here. And then I'll move out from these and hopefully get further out. Maybe I'll start another one here. I could do that. Just to see how far I get. I could also start one here. I think that would be a good idea. And this will make it move a little bit faster. So, because I don't want to sit all night either. So yeah, this is gonna be cool, fancy dancy. Yes. So now that one goes at the end. So that I'm gonna be moving them up. So I keep my sequence. I always want to keep my sequence. I think she's gonna take a while. Maybe I should have started. I think I'm gonna start down here too. Like just, you know, so that we get a little bit more done. That we sort of also see her developing down here. We want to get those feathers moving. Here, I think I'll keep that. Then I'll just start the sequence here, here, and here, because that one will move out from there, and this will go on there, and maybe start one here and here. That's a good place to start, and I think that's maybe we'll do boom, 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 boom. Here, and start one here. So now we're sort of moving it on, so complicating it a little bit. So there's a lot to remember now. So there's a lot of mistakes and stuff I can forget, which is gonna really help. I'm being overly sarcastic now. It's really gonna help me a lot. It's just taking it from one end and then moving on down and hoping that you catch everything. And if you don't, you know, it's no big deal. So yeah, this is gonna be cool. It's cool stuff going on. It's developing in here. So I try to, every time I color one section, one place, I try to carry it through on the other side so that I don't forget it. So that's how I color. And I'm not doing special tricks or anything today with coloring. I'm just coloring flat because that's what I do best and what I enjoy. Unless I'm blending or something like that, I like that too. But today is just for relaxing, coloring, and enjoying the time, and hopefully some of you guys will enjoy it as well. So it's just a good, fun little coloring of a feisty Passionata girl that we're all getting to know her really well, because we're sitting staring at her constantly thinking, oh my God, what's gonna happen? This one, she's crazy. So, and if you have any questions, anything you're wondering or you want to know, hit it up in the comments. I will try to answer. I probably missed some comments because I forgot to scroll. Yeah, I missed a lot of comments. So sorry, I thought you weren't saying anything. It's because I forget to scroll. I forget this fact that I will just scroll and read the, yes, 7 p.m. There's lots of fireworks here. Total party. Yes, messiness is a sign of intelligence, Dawn. I think so too. Markers, pens, pencils, paints, and coloring books and printed pages. That's awesome. That's a perfect mess. Nobody's perfect, but we're all perfect in our own way, but not to be perfect, you know? This is a real challenge, this one. This one is heavy. This is also why I saved it, because I thought, you know, it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna be easy. It's a challenge, totally challenge to color this one. And especially, you know, I'm happy that I'm coloring it in A3, because I would be having huge issues. Also because I can't get as close because of the camera as I normally would. Or normally I would stick my whole face in the drawing, but then you'd only be seeing my hair. So this is pretty, but this is nice because you can see how it can also like lay down much more color if you just pressure that brush. So it can do those fine spots, but it can also do the larger spots easily because you can control that brush. That's why I think these markers are pretty genius, and they really impressed me a lot. So now we're moving in here. There's a little face in there. I see it. You also tend to forget some of the details of your drawing, you know, once you drew it, you know, it's drawn. I think about them while I'm drawing it. But then when you revisit to color, then you also revisit those details and rediscover them, and that's pretty neat. Because I do think, you know, I can see that I actually had some brain action going on when I was drawing it. That I was very focused on drawing this one. And I think she's really pretty. I'm very happy with her. It's a very nice result. A very nice drawing. So, and I'll try to remember to scroll so I can see your comments. So that I'm not sitting thinking that you didn't make any comments, and it's just because I need to scroll. I need to remind myself to scroll. But she is definitely developing, and there's more and more getting on. And I think, yeah, predominantly she will be more fiery and red because there is more reds, and you know, there's more in that scheme of colors in what I chose, because I like those, so that's why. It's pretty simple. I choose what I really like, and then I go with that, and that sort of creates the flow of the colors that I put in. So yeah, so it's gonna it's going up there. It's gonna be a happy drawing. It's gonna be a happy drawing. I'm having a good time, so yeah, it's gonna be good. So here's to a really, really, really great 2018. Here's to the books and my art going really well. I'm hoping that everything will go so awesomely in 2018, both for me and for my daughter and for you guys. I'm hoping that everything will be what we dream of, and we will, you know, reach those goals that we want. And you know, and if we don't, maybe we will next year, you know. You know, just take it a day at a time and do our best, and then, you know, life will move in its weird directions, and we will experience and live it, and hopefully have a great time doing it. So I think it will be a good year. I'm gonna take this one here, get some red action on there. Sort of more vermilion, this one, I think. Vermilion, I like that word. But this is actually, no, maybe it's a tangerine. More orangey. But it's nice to get in here. It's nice to see these dry up. It's really, they're awesome to put on. I'm so afraid that, you know, I will be like really sad when I run out of color on these ones. Oh, that will be sad. They are so neat to work with. They're really a dream. So yeah, definitely good ones. Good target. So I think, you know, actually, because I think that in general now, with my experience, it seems that Japanese, they rock at making quality coloring materials, really rock. Yes, all we can do is try and hope for the best. And besides, you know, if it doesn't, you know, everything will pan out somehow. It always does in the end, you know. Life can be a real bitch sometimes, but we just gotta go with it, and not let it get onto us. Keep going. Keeping going is really important, to keep rolling with it, and keep trying. The effort that we make is what makes us proud of ourselves also. So even if we don't succeed, we do succeed in our own eyes if we just reach, if we do our best. So I think that's good. And in my mind, a lot of people were like, "Oh, you just, I had a lot of bad remarks when I started making coloring books and this and that, and especially from people of the art scene that were like, "Ugh, but it's not really art." Well, who are you to tell me what's art? And I think it's just as much art as anything else. So I don't listen to people. I do my thing, and as long as I enjoy it, then that's the best I can do. Then I'm happy and proud of myself, and that's what really matters, is that I'm happy, And if other people have different takes on what is this and what is that, it's really their problem, isn't it? I think it's moving on nicely. We're gonna have a last of a result here. I think she's gonna be awesomely pretty, but she is gonna be in for the long haul. It's not gonna be a quickie. No quickie for this one. She's gonna take time and effort and energy. So, but that's good. That's good. We don't want her to be too easy. Normally, I've colored a lot that were a lot easier, and now we're going into the weirdies. Yes, the weirdies today. It's gonna start tomorrow. It's gonna start tomorrow. I think that a lot of people who are judgmental about adult coloring is because they're not open. Because adult coloring is expanding the art world greatly. Providing opportunity for artists to get seen, and providing opportunity for people to interact with art and expand their own mind artistically. And it's actually a new art era. So I think that people are seriously misjudging the significance of adult coloring. Oh shit, this is not working. This one. I have to get another one. This one is working, so that's good. So we are moving on. I'm gonna start from the top, move my way down. I got a little bit outside, but it doesn't matter because there's coming a darker red after. It's also because this is further away. So, and I guess my eyes are just not playing along the way they used to. If any of you noticed that they've started writing everything smaller on everything, where they write instructions and all this kind of stuff, they just started writing them so small that you can barely read them. I've noticed that, and I'm quite certain that it used to be written much bigger. This is neat. This is gonna be neat. I think I'm gonna have to do there. I think I'm gonna have to go do some stuff there. This is gonna be nice. Yeah. I'm happy with this. You can see how it just perfectly sort of really bend it towards what you need at the place where you have to color with it. These brushes are great. Enjoyable experience. So yeah. I think I'm gonna keep those white in there. We're gonna have these with lens here. I don't remember if I did that. I don't know. I didn't. But I did. Yeah, it's going off with the fireworks here. Totally screaming and lots of bang and boom and dang and ding, and that's the way it is. It's New Year's. I'm glad I don't have my dog anymore. Well, my dog didn't have a problem. A lot of animals do have problems with the fireworks. But my dog, he was not one of them. He just got excited. He wanted to go out for walkies. Yeah, that was him. But he was also a very big, stiff. He was not afraid of anything. He was just a very big dog. He was very happy with everything. He was always very happy. It's just nice. It's nice to have a dog who's always happy. I miss him dearly. Every day I miss him. I think you do that, you get so connected to these little love munchkins. They get so close into your heart, so you can never really let go of them because they just fill up such a big space. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. We got that going. I think I have everything going here on each side now. So I think I'm gonna go here. You see how it just, and I am almost not touching the paper. There's no pressure needed. It's just like floats on like plum. It's absolutely beautiful to work with. So yeah. So like that. Everything I'm going to do there. And sort of got that moving on. Moving here. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And we have those covered here. And that one up there is covered. That's where I went a little bit outside the lines. Now I'm focused. I'm very focused. But it is developing. Not at the speed of lightning. That would be sad to say. It does take time. This one is a difficult one with a lot of detail. So it's not a quickie. Oh, you posted it. Oh, I can't go see it now. Oh, she admitted to being tired. That's a new one. That's a difficult admission to make. That's like, oh, I'm just going to do this one here. Backtrack on that because I think that will fit here. So I'm going to backtrack. She admitted to being tired. That's a big admission to make. So good night, Mille. It's also late for her. Even while it's New Year's. New Year's is special. New Year's it's a special day. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, I'll cover it in a minute. Um, yeah, I got excited with backtracking, and it sort of backfired on me because I forgot that I was backtracking. So I'm just gonna backtrack on this one, and then I'm gonna let go, let go, let go. So I have to start with fixing the one where I did a mistake. That was here. So this is a darker red that I'm just putting on top to hide the fact that I put an orange in the wrong place. Now I'll just have to remember that I did that. Yeah, it's the thing, I'm also like horrible at being sleepy, and Victoria is the same. I think it must be something in the genes. Do you like pass it on? That night owl thing. So, oh, it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be lovely. I think it's developing really nicely, and she hasn't complained. I haven't heard any complaints from this Passionata. So that's a good sign. She's probably not too upset with me. And well, it's a good thing that I don't have a cat because, we don't want her to eat the cat. Mhm. You can see how it also lays down really well in the big area because you control that brush. It's really neat. Like you go here from the thinnest and then you can just sort of like make it fat. And it's easy to control. I've tried some brushes where you're like, oh, it's just too difficult, uncontrollable. Whereas this is like very easy. I'm gonna go here. So yeah, I'm hoping that the 2018 will be my year for my art and my life. I've been working hard for the last years and trying to sort of, you know, create a new life. And it's been hard since I came from Spain. But I think, I'm getting to the other side of starting over. I'm getting like more ready for life, more ready for being active in life. Like participating in things and just getting out there and being me. I'm getting a lot more close to that, I think. I mean, maybe not just. Well, I will get outside also a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, definitely, I'm getting a lot better. Um, it just it took some years to start over with everything, and that can be difficult. But I think I'm past the worst. The hardest years. Now it's gonna get easier, I hope. And also, Victoria's bigger, and she understands more, and she it's good. Everything is developing, like it should. So I am having big hopes for this year to be just a happy, good year for us, with the good stuff happening, happy times. And I think that would be the case. I'm just gonna do this big space here. I like that. Oh, but you can see how fast it can go when you're just in a bigger space. And that's like the versatility of that brush really makes it easy to work with. I'm really happy with the way it works. focusing. So, I always say that it doesn't matter if you don't stay within the lines. It doesn't, but in this particular drawing, with this Passionata girl, I'm aiming to try to stay within the lines because she seems slightly feisty, so I don't want to, get her angry with me or something like that. But she's developing into a beautiful, beautiful bird. Maybe she'll be a firebird. And my glass of wine is better now. It's aired a bit, I think. And that's good. She steals paintbrushes. And your duster, oh my god. 7. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, when they get older, they sleep more. I hope so too. Happy New Year, Karen. Nice to see you. And welcome to the party. The party. We are partying like it's New Year's. Well, for some of us, it's been a couple of hours since it was New Year's. Actually, it's been 2 hours and 48 minutes for me and Tina. So we are well into the new year. And for others, you're still in the wait for the new year to begin, to commence. You say that. You say commence. I think it's going to be good. I am enjoying this one a lot. And this is going to be... Oh my God. No. Yeah. So I think that definitely the Passionata is going to take some time. It's a big drawing with lots of details. So it's definitely not one of those that you do in 5 minutes. That's for sure. It's one of those where you have to set off a bit of time to do it. And you need to do this one out here. It's gonna be pretty. Yeah. That's nice. So we are moving into a doggo one. And we will be moving into the pinky ones. Ah, nice. Hi, Joan. Oh, yeah, cats, they do they like to get comfy. I had 2 cats at one point, both of them Maine Coon cats. And they were really very different personalities. They were brothers. The one, he would always sleep wrapped around my head. And the other one, he would keep his distance. He would be like a bit apart, just like having the bigger overview. They were nice. Nice kind of cat Maine Coons also. They have a very dog-like personality. They come running when you're calling, or not just when you open a can of tuna. And they like water. Mine, they like water. So they like to sort of wash themselves with the water, and it was kind of funny. They were funny cats. Very nice, very big, very, very big cats. And the one was totally elegant. He was like the diva, the poser. He would strike a pose and vogue it. Whereas the other one, he was just horribly clumsy. I mean, he wouldn't even. Sometimes, he would like aim for just to jump up on the bed, and when you thought about how big he was, that was really, he shouldn't be able to miss the bed. But he did. He would jump right into the mattress or something, and then he would look like, oh, what happened on the floor? Like, oh, what was that? That didn't go my way. And he would do the same with jumping up to the window. He would just like, miss it and then have horrible accidents. I mean, he didn't hurt himself, but and the other one, he would be looking at him like, you could just see that overbearing little smirk in his eye. And then he would like sort of, when he was sitting there on the floor wondering what went wrong, how he didn't hit the window, then the other one would just go in front of him, and he would just make the perfect jump, just perfectly aimed, perfect landing, just to sort of show him, this is how you do it, sweetheart. This is how it's done. This is how you actually jump up on a windowsill. And he could jump anywhere. He could jump on top of a door and just lie down there on the top of the door, like like he was meant to be lying down there. He was always elegant. And everything was very elegant with him, except for one thing, because he really liked to pose. But in his eagerness to pose, he would try to pose close to candles because he didn't like the attention. So, and posing close to candles could be a bad decision because he got burned quite a few times. He burned his tail off once, but not off, but all the hairs went up. It was like, oh my God. That was when he was living with my bestie. When I was moving to Spain, they were a little bit too old, I think, to move all that way, and also they weren't used to like being outsidey, outdoorsy. They weren't. So I was thinking, it wouldn't really be safe for them because it was high up and with the balconies, and I was worried that that they would get hurt, that they would fall down or something. So so they moved in with her, and she became their new mommy, and they lived with her, and they both were very happy with that, and she was very happy. She loved them so much, and her daughter loved them so much. So it was a win-win for all of us that she adopted them. I wouldn't have had a quiet moment in the apartment in Spain if, with the balconies there, that they weren't used to going out, and with the clumsiness of one of them. I mean, he could have easily fallen off. Whereas the other one, of course, he would never have fallen off. He would have done all kinds of crazy stunts, and there would never have happened anything. So yeah, we went to live with her, and they had a good life. The clumsy one, he actually died pretty early. I think he died of a heart attack or something. And the other one, he went on to live to the ripe age of, I think, 17 years old. It's pretty crazy. Really old cat. But he was a very happy cat. And the funny thing is, before, when the clumsy one, he was alive, he was always in the bed. And the other one wouldn't be in the bed. He would be anywhere but the bed, just looking on. And when the clumsy one died, he moved on to the bed, and he was everywhere. He changed personality, my friend said. He just became much more the sociable part. I think he was sort of maybe living in the other one's shadow for some years, and then when he died, he sort of took over some of the things that the other one did. Not the clumsiness, of course, but the being, more in your face kind of things. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, got my head caught in that. Oh, I need to stretch my back a little bit. Stretch my arms. It's developing nicely. I can see it's going really well. I'm gonna. Oh, you have a Maine Coon as well, Heather. It's because now I'm like sort of just scrolling down to see any new comments. Sorry that I don't see them right away. It's because it doesn't scroll. So, oh, 7.5 kilos. The very own lady. That's cool. I think my big one, my big Maine Coon, he was about 13 kilos actually, and he was not fat. He was not fat. It was pure muscle. He was huge. But he also, in the beginning, you know, when I bought them, there was like there was a special term in the contract that I had to breed him once, the big one, um, because he was so good. And I had to go to some expos with him, just like the first couple of years. And I did, and he won a lot of prizes because he was so huge and pretty and had all that standard that they want from the Maine Coon. But I didn't really like going to the competitions, and he did get to make one set of kittens, and then I had him castrated. But unfortunately, the girl cat lost the kittens, so there was never really any kittens out of it. So that was a bit sad. But he was a very good cat. He was so sweet and lovely. Yeah, I love my cats a lot too. You know, I also love my dog. I kind of like all animals. I like animals. I also used to ride horses when I was young girl. But I haven't for ages. I mean, for years and years I haven't. So this is going really well. We're gonna go in there, get in there. See, it's all the time developing. And slowly but surely, we are getting somewhere. It's not all lost. It does take time though. But I knew that. That was why I set her off for today. Because I knew that she was going to be a time-consuming Passionata lady, this one. And yeah, and then, you know, I'm on for some hours, and you can join me if you want. And you can hang out and just join me. And yeah, it's all cool. It's all cool. Now I forget if I did that one. I don't know. I have to do this one, I think. This is a bit darker. It's a different one. Yeah, it is. So that's cool. We're moving on here. And I have those done. I think this one will wait. Yeah, because I did those little spaces there. So I'm just like kind of talking here because I just have to keep sort of a check on where I was in the drawing. I want to hide this because this is sort of what I see as her eyes a little bit. So I want to save those for when I know what I think I want to put there. Just they have to stand out if it's her eyes. So I'm sort of saving them a little bit. So we're gonna go here. So I sort of have, it's a good thing when you start somewhere and you just work your way out from there, and you find some natural points that are good starting points for you. Well, this is how I do it anyways. I mean, we all have a different technique or style, but for me to do my rainbow stuff, I sort of have it clear like that, and that helps me a lot in developing further. This is lovely. I think I'm gonna go on here. So that's lovely. So next color, next color, next color up. We're gonna see more change. Ah. And I have a cheers. I'll have a look at the comments. There's no comments, that's good. So I didn't miss anything while I was being totally focused on putting everything in the right places. But she's getting there. So lovely. So anyways, if you have questions, just ask me something, because I'm running out of subjects. I'll probably come up with something soon. But I'm sort of, then I get caught up in the coloring, and then I forget to say something. So let's see, what can I talk about? What you want to hear? Well, yeah, now that I've got, so far that I got that spheres, the big book of spheres out on PayHip, then I really have to close it down and get it out on Amazon as well. And I'm aiming to have that done within a week. Then the physical book will be available, I hope. And I really have to finish off that Valentine's. I've been sort of, just been too busy to get finished and in the way that I want it and everything. So I've been like delaying on a lot of things that I have to get done in the first week of the new year. It's a lot that I have on a waiting list, on my to finish list. But it will get there slowly but surely. There's no doubt about that. I have a lot of things that I need to finish off and get out. So that will be bit by bit. There's no rush, there's no need in rushing things, you don't have to rush things. You have to do them the right way so that it feels right. That is much better than rushing something and might, not feel right in the end if you rush it. You have to take your time and make sure that you get it done the way that you wanted it to be done, and not just like thrown out. So that's why, I don't get stressed over being late with things, because I know why I'm late, and then it makes sense to me that, I have to make priority. Unfortunately, I don't have all the time in the world in a day, so there is only that much I can do in a day. And I have to sort of come to terms with that. I've had difficulty doing that, which has resulted in me sometimes not sleeping for days, because I just couldn't handle the fact that I couldn't finish everything that I needed to finish, or that I wanted to finish, or, that I couldn't meet my own harsh deadlines. That's something that's annoyed me immensely. That's why I make a bad boss, because I expect other people to have exceedingly high expectations of themselves and to do the impossible, because I try to do the impossible always. So in that sense, it's a good thing that I'm starting to sort of realize my own limitations and accept them, and then just try to be more accepting of what I can and can't do myself. Where I have to sort of say, okay, well, you just don't have enough hours in a day to do this. You have to sort of realize that you can only do this much, and that's it. And I've become better at that. Even though I still find it horribly annoying that I can't make everything, work to my time preference, but I can't. And when I try, then I'm killing myself doing it, then I'm like totally overstressing over something that doesn't need stress, over something that can easily be, it will happen when it happens. So that's it. It will happen when it happens. That sounds kind of funny, Yeah. But it's the truth. It will. And if you stress too much over little things, you just bring yourself down for no reason. I always make myself busy, Dawn. I don't, I make myself busy with the art, and I sort of, hi, Laurie, Happy New Year, thank you, it's nice to see you. Yeah, don't I make myself busy with making demands on myself, but I'm dropping the demands. That's the new thing. Dropping the high demands of what I want to do. Oh, I'm sad that the busiest is going to doctors. That must really suck. Going to doctors can be really annoying. I hate the doctors. I should go sometimes, but I don't. How are you, Laurie? Nice to see you. Nice of you to stop in. Say hello. I'm doing Passionata. Passionata. And she's feisty. She's a feisty bird. Or diva bird. Feisty diva bird for sure. So, yeah. So we're chilling here. We've been chilling for almost 2 hours now with this feisty bird and chatting and talking about this and that and cats and coloring and New Year's and life and, everything that we can think of, we are talking about. How is your evening? You have any plans? You gonna party, or you just gonna stay in quiet and have a nice one? I was in with Victoria. It's my most favorite person in the whole world. So I was lucky that I got to celebrate New Year's with the person I love the most. So I told her that. That I was really happy that we were together. And she was glad. So that was cool. So yeah, it's gonna be nice, and we're gonna have a purple. Oh, I love this color. This is magenta, the magenta that I like. Oh, could have had it bigger. Could have a bigger space there, I think. But we'll have it here out here. There will be lots of space for it out here. These are awesome. These brushes. They just like, it just flies on. Flies on the color. So yeah, definitely good brushes. I wish there was some indicator on both alcohol and watermarkers of how much you used, how much you got left inside, so that you don't have to stress about it. That should be an invention, that there should be like an ink left indicator on them, so that we could sort of be, safely know, okay, this one can go for another drawing, or I have to save a bit on that one, or maybe I shouldn't use this one for that one, or You know, like a little ink indicator. That could be pretty awesome, so that we wouldn't stress about running out. I always stress about running out of ink. And hence my cheap markers that I always use, because I'm not as scared of running out, because I have an extra set always. And when I run out of one, then I take the extra one, and I usually will get a new one. And so that I know that I'm not really, you know, running out. And that makes me feel safe when coloring. Which is very important, to feel safe while coloring. And to not have to stress about running out. Because that can be very tiresome. So, you know, there was just a little space there. Oh, that's a bigger space here for it. I really love this color, so I was wishing for some bigger spaces where I could put it on. But I will invent bigger spaces for it right now. I will. There's no two ways about it. It will get a lot of focus, because I love this color, so it will get lots of space in my drawing. So yeah, not looking up yet before until I'm done with that one, with laying this one down, because it's really awesomely pretty. Yeah. I think I'm gonna maybe start here. Ah. I think I'm gonna wait with this. So yeah, I think there's nowhere else where I can really put this one on right now. I just like this color so much, so I'm just gonna see if there's something I could sort of do it here, couldn't I? Just, you know, yeah, that's pretty. Also provides some nice contrast here. So we got to use it a little bit more, but we'll get to it again, that's for sure. Yeah, an indicator. Exactly. An ink indicator. Yeah, that's the invention. We're all gonna invent an ink indicator. Yeah, we're gonna invent one, and then we're gonna sell it, this little device. Now we know what we need. We need something that can indicate how much ink is left, so that we can color safely without being horribly scared or stressed of running out of ink. So we know what we're going for. What is the product we're looking for? We know that. Now we just need to figure out how to make it. So, and then we'll make lots of money off of that. And we can spend all our days coloring. That would be cool. An ink indicator. It should just be a little device that could fit on any colored marker. Or an app. An ink app. Yeah. I think it would be very difficult to invent such a product. Mainly because I think it's very different how much ink there is in the different pencils, even within the same brand. And you never know how long it's been lying around in the shop before it got to you. I remember the first set of chameleons that I got. I won them in a contest, in a, you know, that we had to send in our colors. And I won this little set with 5. I was pretty annoyed with that, because I should have won the big set. And why should I have won the big set? Because I got the most votes, but because their voting mechanism wasn't working correctly, it didn't register all my votes, which was really annoying. But anyways, I got that little set, and I was so angry about the little set that I gave it away. But actually, I found out that they were dry. They were dry. And then that was a long story. But of course, that's not on purpose. And then my friend, she bought me a lot, and they were dry too. So I was really annoyed. And I went back to the shop where she bought all of them. And I got my money back, or her money back, because it was my birthday present. Because I really wanted them. But they were all dry. So I had that issue. But it turned out that the shop had them in the window. Who puts them in the window in the sun? Well, why would you do that? Why would you put the markers in the window? See-through barrel, yeah. Yeah, but this should be like, Heather, it should be a device that you could fit on any marker, so that you could just buy this little thing, and any marker you had, you could see how much ink you had left with it. So a see-through barrel would be cool, but that would mean that somebody would have to produce markers with see-through barrels. So then, this should be something that could be a side thing also, that could fit on any marker, so that any colorist could buy it and they could sort of see the ink levels on any brand that they had. I know that it's quite impossible. I think it's quite impossible. I mean, unless you have like a list of how much ink is in each brand marker, and you have that run into a database to then calculate how long you can color with it. There would be a lot of things going into creating a database with enough data to indicate how much ink there was left, to use it on an app where you then would register your colored markers when you start out using them. But technically, that would be how I technically would go about it. I think I have to do that here, and then I'll have an excuse to use that color again that I love. But yeah, that would be a database thing, and I'm not very good at programming databases. I'm not, but it's not because I'm not good, it's because I never practiced. Because you can become good at whatever you decide to be good at if you just practice and study. But databases to me were really boring when I was studying multimedia design and communication. I wasn't into the database thing, I have to admit it. It was not a turn on for me. It was just tedious. Same with coding. I mean, I like concept development, taking a concept and developing it from scratch. I like that. I'm good at that. Concept development, concept planning, concept control, management. I'm very good at that part. That's sort of where I'm proficient and where I can shine in the whole development and management process of something, bigger projects. But they don't really need single moms that are over 40. They need like young hot guns. I mean, they should need me because I have a life experience and I'm pretty cool. I'll have to check it out afterwards, Rose, but I'll definitely check out the link. Thank you. How to refill. Is it for any markers or is this for the refillable ones? Yeah, exactly. That could be the yeah. That could be that would have to be like a little tiny machine where you just put it in, and then it would tell you how many pages you got left, like the ink indicator on the printer. So here we go, here we go. So we're actually into product development right now. On this very first, well, for me, it's the very first day of the new year. We are doing product development in our coloring session, and who says that? We are talking about product development, so that's pretty cool. So I think that could be an awesome product if you could, make a product that could actually do that. And I bet there's someone who can do that. I bet there's someone who can make that. There must be. Because you have things that can sort of measure how much of this and that is in a liquid just by touching it, like that indicator thing. So there could be one that could also measure how much ink there's left. That was a really nice thing. A nice idea, Dawn. I think that was a great idea, actually. Beautiful. So here, try not to miss any spots here. It's going really well. It's developing nicely. So while we're thinking about this ink indicator thingy, what should it be called? It should have a name of some sorts. It should be like the gadget. And it should have like a Kickstarter where it sort of makes like 300,000 times the amount that it was set out to make. An ink indicator. You just need like that crazy inventor type who can do it, who can really invent it. This one does not seem to have that much ink in him, actually, now that we're talking about ink. But I've used them all equally, so well, more or less, I think. It's only the third drawing I'm making, so I'm hoping that it's just a fluke, that it's not really true that you might be running dry. I don't want him to run dry. No, no, no. No, no, no. So now I can see where I need to put that pink. And there. This is a good one. It's developing. So that's good. Maybe it's just because it's a very light color. It does flow on prettily. Oops. Oops, that was an oopsie. But just a small oopsie. Not a huge one. It's pretty. Oops, I forgot this whole area. I forgot that. I forgot this one. I do feel that this one is drying up a bit. This one does not seem like a happy camper right now. So I hope it's not drying up. That would be horrible. 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 No, no me digas, es horrible. No. Vale. So, any Spanish speakers? I actually speak Spanish. So I'm just gonna look for, I think, any markers. Yeah, any markers has to be. Copic has refillable. Yeah, I know that. But Copics are out of my league and the price point. I wish they weren't, but they are totally out of my league. I think so. But also Style File are making some refillable ones, and Chameleons are refillable. But these sick, they would be nice to have as refillable as well, because they're really nice. I really like these. And one day, when I'm a famous artist, then I will have Copics and refills. One day. Maybe I'll have Copics before I'm a famous artist anyways. You know, you never know. So this one is going to start in that one, and now I think I'm going to move on with this lighter purple here. So these are sort of starting to develop here and here. So this is going to go bling, 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 bling. And that's that for that part. And we're down here. Still undecided about the eye. Yeah, exactly. Maria's exceptional markers with ink level indicators. And any set would come with refills. There would always be refills with the set. If you buy a full set, you get a full set of refills. So, and they should be affordable too. I'm sorry. So struggling with that. I think the air is getting dry in here. I need to air out. We had some candles on before to make it more cozy. And it needs a bit of air, I think, in here. We'll get there. But it's developing. I mean, it's not like going backwards, it's going forwards. This drawing is going forwards, even though that it seems to take eons of time. It is moving. But yeah, I knew that before I started it, that it would be in it for the long haul kind of thing. But I also thought that was pretty nice for tonight, because people can slip in and slip out. And you know, if somebody's sitting and they have nothing to do on New Year's anyways, and you know, then it's good to have some company and have a little bit of fun conversation. Well, I don't know how funny I am. I haven't said any jokes yet. I'm not really good at jokes anyways. I only know dirty ones, and I forgot most of them. So, you know, I know half the joke, and that doesn't really work. you have to remember the whole joke for it to be actually funny. So yeah, I just had to check it here. We got it going, we got it going on. I'm hoping that Victoria and I can go to Spain again this year, so that she can. But I think that she will see her dad before that. I think that he will come when his sister, who lives in Ecuador, who I never met. So it's Victoria's aunt. She actually applied for a visa for her and her daughter. So her daughter is Victoria's little cousin, who's like, I think 1 or 2 years older than Victoria. And they applied for a visa and they got it, and they're going to come and visit us end of February, March. So that's going to be huge. And yeah, well, Victoria doesn't speak Spanish, so that's going to be a little bit of a, but you know, I think it'll work out anyways. We will get the communication. I mean, I speak fluent Spanish, so it's not a big problem, but it will work out. But that will be very exciting to get them to come and visit and to meet them, you know, like to meet her aunt and, you know, to see her family from all the way from Ecuador, because her dad is from Ecuador originally. So it'll be really exciting to meet them and to show them Copenhagen and everything. And looking really much forward to that. I've been promising myself this thing here. I'm just gonna do it now that I got my eyes on it. Yeah. I've been looking at it. It's been staring at me that I missed that spot. So I'm gonna go up here. Oh, this is a small space. This is a tiny space. And here. She's gonna be pretty. She's gonna be pretty. She's gonna be so pretty. So yeah. And yeah, later it will be the first Weirdy. I'm looking forward to doing the first Weirdy and see how many will color Weirdy with me. That would be so much fun. And that will be your afternoon time in the new day. It will be my evening time. And I will try to do it early, because I have to try to get used to getting to bed earlier, because now as soon as school time again, and then I have to be up at 6:30 and I have to be fresh, and you know, if I can, it doesn't really matter what time I go to bed, I can still be up at 6:30, but then I will get tired during the day and maybe fall asleep on the sofa, and we don't want that, because then I'll be in a bad circle of awake. It's going to be really exciting. I mean, I can't wait to, I mean, and I think that Victoria's dad, who lives in Spain, I think that he will at least join them for a week while they're here, which will be nice for Victoria to see him, because she saw him in summer, before, you know, last Christmas, just before Christmas. But before that, she hadn't seen him for a long time. So only, you know, like sometimes, you know, when he calls on Skype, and he's not the best at remembering to do that. So sometimes it does pass a long time between her seeing him, just, you know, on Skype. She never complains. She's nice, but you know, I know that she misses him and wants to see him or thinks about him, and I don't really understand why he doesn't. I mean, it's not that difficult to call on Skype for 5 minutes. No, it's not that difficult to do when you've got internet and you've got Skype on your phone. But obviously, it's more difficult for some than for others. I think it's just because he's a little bit technically challenged. You know, he's not really internet user, or you know, he's not. So I think, you know, it's just difficult for him, and I think it's also, like out of the eye, out of, he doesn't think. I don't think that it's because he doesn't think about her, but yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe he's just got other priorities. But yeah, I could never imagine not calling. I mean, I would call fucking every day if it was my daughter. I mean, I would never let her go in the first place. I mean, so yeah, that's just the way I feel about it. But he's different than me, and we're not all the same. So at least he's not a bad guy. He's a nice person. So and I do believe that he loves her and he's very proud of her, and he thinks that she's well off with me because he thinks that. So, and she is, of course, she is, but she would be even better off if he would call like 3 times a week instead of once every 3 months. She would even, if he had been doing that from the beginning, then she would have been speaking perfect Spanish. Then there would not be that language barrier, because then he would have been speaking Spanish to her all the time. Because I couldn't, because when she was born, we were living in Spain, and I thought, well, I'm the only one who's going to be speaking Danish to her, so I made a very big effort on the Danish. So when we came to Denmark, if I had to switch there when she was 1 year old and start to speak to her in another language, that seemed like forced. I did try a bit, but it just didn't seem right. It seemed wrong. And besides, they also say that with dual linguist children who have parents who speak 2 different languages, it's very important that it's the parent who has the native language who speaks it to the child, as that will be a lot better in terms of learning it correctly. So, and I am not a native Spanish speaker. I know that I speak Spanish quite okay, but I mean, for instance, I never learned to write because I didn't go to school. I learned by living there, which is a big difference from being a native speaker. I just learned on the street. Time skips through so fast, and suddenly it's been weeks. No, it's crazy. I can't imagine not seeing Victoria. I mean, no, it's crazy. But I think he has no idea what he's missing. I don't think that he thinks about what he's missing. I think if he thought about it, it probably hurt him too much. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Or maybe he's just, he always, for him, his job comes first always. Even if he doesn't make money on it, then his job, work is first. I think it's also it's a cultural thing, and we all grow up in different countries with their different needs. And for instance, in Ecuador, one of the main things is to make money to provide for your family. And since a lot of people have to go outside of their country when they are in South America to find another country where they can make some money and send back to their family, it's very normal that they leave their kids with their family and go outside, and then they send money back for school and food and clothes and everything. So it's a cultural difference, and that is created by the need, I think. So that it's maybe not understandable to a Danish person how anybody can leave their kids or not see, or we don't understand that, because we've grown up in a place where it's not necessary to do that, where you stay with your kids, where you're part of your kids' lives. Whereas they have to, in South America, a lot of people have to actually leave their kids in order to have their kids stay alive, in order to provide food on the table. And so it's a different And we can never really, when you haven't grown up like that, you can really never really understand, because it's just a different way. Anyways, this is pretty, it's developing. And that's the biggest, you know, like when you have these cultural gaps, you have to make sure that you make an effort to try to understand where everybody's coming from, which can be very difficult and very trying, because I mean, for me, it's totally awkward to even think about. I mean, I couldn't even imagine leaving Victoria in any way, you know. I mean, whoa, I could never think about that, or, you know, say to, oh, you can stay with my dad, and I will go to this country because I can get a better job and make more money there, and then I'll send you money for school, and I'll see you in 7 years' time or something when I have enough to come on vacation here. Yeah, I mean, that would be horrible. I could never do that. But that's because I grew up in a different way, you know, in a way where things work differently. So who knows, if I had grown up in Ecuador, I might have seen it very, very differently. So, and that's what I think, you know, maybe I forget to think about that sometimes when I just get angry. But we have to consider the cultural differences between countries and what is the custom, even though it's difficult, annoying. But it is what it is. But I have to say, you know, I also actually do believe that men are not as attached to their offspring as women are. I really do believe that. I know that some men are examples of that not being correct, but I'm talking generally. I'm not talking every man on earth is not as attached, or but generally they were designed to be hunters, and they were designed, you know, to genetically there's a difference between what a man is sort of designed to go out and do and what a woman is designed to do. So there is a difference there. Wow, it's shaping up, and my bag is like, I can feel my bag now. But we're also 2.5 hours in. This is crazy. This is crazy. I will, when I finish this, I'll be going straight off to bed, I think. I won't be sending out. I'll be seeing, is that the drawing I see there? I can see something on the other screen. Where I can see. Oh, what? I can't see it on here. It's showing over there. So this is, oh, I'm thinking that yeah, that was because I needed to stretch. I was finished with the part up here with this blue, and I'm going for this part here with this blue. Sorry, I just got it's because I had to stretch my back a little bit. So I'm starting to feel it's sitting in the same position. So I needed to stretch out a bit. It's the blue starting down there. So it's moving on up, moving on up. I have like 3 things that I want to do. I want to color different things, new stuff. I want to do the Weirdia Day. But I also want to like draw those little tiny twisters for the Positivity Twister set. But I can't possibly do 3 long live videos every day. That's impossible for me to do that. And the Weirdia Day I'm committed to, and maybe, you know, with time, some days there will be some people filling in for me. In those days I could maybe do a video about something else. So I'm just hoping that it will pan out so that I can get all the different things worked in somehow. Because I really want to do a Weirdy a day fully. You know, I don't want to do a Weirdy a week or every second day a Weirdy. I want to do the full Monty with it. I want to, because I made all of them, so we should go through all of them. I want to do that, or at least try, you know, at least try. And I think it would be fun. And then we'll see how that goes. This one here. Bit by bit, she's developing. I think in the end, she will be a Passionata, very happy with the result of her colors. I saw also other Passionata. I think Danny D-Force, she colored it beautifully. Really awesome. That's very pretty. This is good. We're getting, you know, far on this head. So we're moving along. So there is definitely progress, even though that this seems like it's been a while. And the bluish part is not, blue-green part is not that long before we have a third round of the colors. And I will look at comments in a minute. I'm just gonna, because I have to scroll before I see them. And I just wanna get in here with this. Oh. Oops. It's because I miscalculated there. This is lovely. I totally forgot this section here. That's like just been out of my mind. There will be something at some point. I will not totally forget it. It will come. It will come. So. It actually needs a great level of patience to do this huge drawing. I think it's not a huge drawing, but it's a very detailed drawing. So it takes up a lot of energy. This Passionata, she takes up a lot of energy. So I think that's cool. And I'm still upbeat about her. She will be really nice, I think. And I'm thinking, you know, now we've been through these 11, and I can't have all these single pages accumulating on the pay hip because they take up too much, you know, space. So I'm probably gonna put that 11 together in a set. So if you're gonna get your freebies, you better get them soon, because I'll probably put them together in a set where you can get the whole set of all 11 together with my colors maybe. So you get like my colors plus the coloring pages. I think I'll do that, because then they won't take up space, also because now I'll be putting up a Weirdy a day, and then I'll probably be doing the same with the Weirdies in the end of the month, to put them all in one set, so that they sort of, you know, so that they don't take up space in there, and then switch them at that time to cost some token amount. Not something, I'm not going to put them expensive because I still want them to be available. But you know, they're free for the amount of time, you know, while you can get into color with. And then after a while, I'll have to set them together in sets. And that probably could, because on the PDF, it might be fun to have the colored. You know, you don't have to print my colored, but then you have it for color inspiration or something like that. Or if you really love it, you can print it and hang it up or whatever. So I'm thinking about doing it like that. I think that might be a good idea. We'll see how the colors scan, you know. I have no idea how they will scan, how they will look on the scans. And I don't want to spend eons of time correcting and cleaning them because I don't have eons of time. Unfortunately, I do not have eons of time. Why is there not more time in the day? Why is there not more time in the day? So some of them, you can put that one up without it falling off. And other ones you can't. I like to always put the tip on top because then it doesn't roll off or disappear. Now these don't roll because they do have this so that they will stay. Oh, they have that. So they will stay, they won't roll off, which is practical. But I just sort of like the weight of the tip on top. I think it's a preference thing. So now we got that settled. And we're moving on. This is going to be a long one. Well, it's a New Year's. It's the beginning of a new year. It's the beginning of a new day. I don't know. Is that the beginning of new dreams and hopes? Because every day is the beginning of a new dreams and hopes. But we always carry the old ones with us, so it's not really changing, is it? It's just a new day. But there's something special about New Year's. It's always, to me, it's always been special when it's New Year's. I will have to also make my calendar start. I have had that paper out to prepare it, and I haven't had time to draw it up for the wall because I have a plan to make one on the wall where I can sort of better track my plans and stuff. It's a big, huge one. Well, it's not a calendar yet because I haven't drawn it yet, but I will draw it up. And I think I'm actually going to draw on both sides, so it's going to be 6 months on each side. That way I will have more space for each day, which I think I will actually need because I got a busy year ahead of me. Busy year. It's pretty good. And soon we'll be starting up the third going through of all the colors. So we've gone through them almost twice now, and I think the last part will develop pretty quickly. We're getting close to having done the big brunt of it. I hope and pray. Yeah, 36 hours would also do me well. But Santa is not being cool with us. Santa is totally ignoring our needs. But Santa has kind of ignored my needs for years. I've gotten used to that. But still, come on, something's got to give. You know, those 36 hours. How hard can it be? The 36 hours in a day, I might sleep for 6. Then I would have 30 effective hours. I would get so much done. I think I would. I hope I would. But that's not on the table. The 36-hour days. So yeah, I'm definitely starting to feel my back. I don't think I'm ever going to choose one as difficult as this one. Well, I don't know. With the weirdier day, there's some of them that are pretty complicated and big, but not as complicated as this one. Definitely not. I don't think I have. I have some that are close to this one that I made in this series because this is an art series that I was drawing in November, and those are definitely challenging, very challenging. Most of them, and we've drawn a few. Yibby Da, Yumsy Flomsy. Those were from the art series as well, but those were easier ones. And Squiggle and Elephantasy is from that series as well of drawings. And yeah, maybe I will add some of those from the series to that PDF that I'm gonna make. Some of those that we didn't do, just to make it a bit more interesting, to give it a little bit more. I don't know, because I definitely can't just keep building up with all the pages because it's making a mess in my pay here with all those different pages in there. So that it would be difficult to see all the other stuff. So I have to make them into, after, they've been up for a while, and now we're starting a new thing. We're starting with the videos, so then it's a good time to change it. So I'll probably give a few warnings before I change it. I'm not just gonna pull them away like that, because there might still be some people who want to download them, and some who weren't there for Christmas. So we'll give it a bit of a time and a few warnings, and then I'll change them. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I love this color. I say that every time I touch this color. I love this color. I love this color. I love it. But I do love this color. It is really beautiful. And now we are on our third round. We're back on our yellow. And you see these? This is a very tiny one up here. But it's nice when it has that flow. And same here. It's going to bring out a flow all the way through. I like that. And there's a little tiny space there and there. And then we got down here. And now we got our yellow out. So it's time to start out some new things. And I think I'm going to start here, 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 and here, 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 here. So we got that started. I think I'm going to start here, and here. I'm going to start here and here. We've got this one. I'm going to start it here. And we got this one. I'm going to start here. This one, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this one. This one is strange. Maybe start it there, then we can just go. Yeah. And this one is started here. This one is started here. So this is going to move a bit more rapidly. So, and I want to do so. This is this. This is Christmas, and what have we done? Another year's over, and we have just begun. So here, then we have this down here. I'm not going to color each part. I'm just going to make a part here, like that. So now we've got everything started on the last ones. So that's good. Things is going to be flowing pretty quickly now. So, and I guess everybody's gone. No, not everybody's gone to bed. There's still a few left. But we're also going on 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm going to hit the longest. I'm going to hit the, like, 3 hours. Definitely long. But then I will say that I did Passionata, and I did her in one sitting and live. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's like an accomplishment in itself. So, and of course, yeah, for those who jump in and out, it might be fun to see it develop. So yeah, definitely developing. It's a long time on the way, but she's getting there, and she will be pretty. And remember to get that download that is up in the description, and also do check out my new book, Big Book of Spheres, that is out on Payhip now. And to anyone who didn't join the Epic Christmas giveaway, it's too late now. Also for the lottery, it's too late. I have drawn everything, and I'll be sending out those books tomorrow. So tomorrow, all the winners will be getting their books, and everybody was a winner, so that's pretty cool. Everyone's a winner, baby. That's truth. So I'm just gonna go here with this one because there's nothing else I can really do. So it's gonna be a bit different with that one. And that's also good to have something that's a little bit different than the rest of it. So I'm going to go here. And I can actually feel that I'm starting to get pretty tired. So soon is off to bed. Soon. But I don't give up. Don't give up. So that Kate Bush and what's called Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush. You're still here, you're there, and you're there. Cool, you're there. Then I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I don't feel alone. You guys are here with me. And you can see that we are getting very close. It's going quickly now. Because I started up all those sections down here. It's opened up. Okay, so this one I can't even see. But that's okay. So here. So, yeah. So what do you guys think about my ideas for just putting it together? Could it be cool to get it as a PDF where you also get the colored ones? I don't know. Could that be cool as inspiration, or would it be like, nah, not really interesting. I'm going to color it myself anyway, so why would I want you colored? You know, I have my own ideas about it. You know, I don't know. I mean, if it would be inspiring even to have the colored, or if it would just be plain annoying. I mean, it could also be quite annoying to have the colored one. You know, also because, you know, the thing is, it might make one feel that you would have to color it that way, because that is definitely not the idea. It's just, you know, the way I did it. But that doesn't mean that it's you know, it would just be as, you know, fun inspiration and something extra to look at. That was my idea of why to add it. And just to add some extra to the PDF so that it had some more contents. And when it's a PDF, You don't have to print the colored. I mean, I can't add colors in the books that I put out on Create Space with Amazon. I can't add colors there because the print cost of the books with colors in would raise the book prices to a level where nobody would buy them anyways. Unless there's a specific reason for having colors in the books, like, you know, those books that give tips about how to color, and in those books it makes perfect sense, but they also have to put the price point a lot higher because, yeah, well, it simply costs more to produce. And I have looked in because sometimes I wanted to add something with color, you know, inside, you know, like add a commercial for another book, or, you know, just one page with color, but you can't distinguish between it or on it. So either it's the whole book colored, or and that just messes up the price point of what you can sell the book for. And you know, then it becomes like 3-4 times as expensive. Yeah. Cool. It's nice to know that you like the inspiration, because I think, you know, in somehow, you know, I don't want it to be like destructive, that people think that, oh, I should color it this way or something like that. I don't want it to be like that. I just want it to be, this is how it could look. And on the PDF, it would be perfectly okay for me to put the colors, because you don't have to print it. But it would be in a quality where you could print it if you wanted to, and, you know, also use it as that if you want it. But it could be fun inspiration, and maybe, yeah, throw in a link for each video so that one can go and see those videos. That could also be fun. That's a good idea, actually. That the video might, you know, somebody might find it interesting when they have the drawings to go and actually find the videos and see them. You know, that it won't be live at that point, it would still be interesting to sort of check out. Though I doubt that a lot of people would have the patience to watch this one. I'm not sure. I mean, at least, you know, we're coloring, and it's coming along, it's developing. But, you know, I'm still trying, because I've been trying to download these from Facebook, because I was thinking, you know, even if, you know, I could make like a speed up version to put on YouTube, so then you don't get all the talking, then I just put some music over it, and then just a speed version of the coloring. That could be neat. But somehow, you know, I can download them, but I can't upload it to. I'll have to work some more on it and be a little bit more patient, for sure. I mean, that's also me. I get annoyed if it doesn't work the first time, so I also have to keep trying, keep going. So I will try some more times with the different techniques. But there might be something in the coding of the Facebook Live videos that just doesn't agree with YouTube. I don't know why, but, you know, it seems like it. It seems like there's some huge issue every time I try to upload them. But maybe if I work them over and change them, maybe that would make it easier. So I'll have to try it. Because if I, you know, for instance, it's 3 hours where I'm coloring and talking with you guys, I can easily make that into maybe 5-6 minutes. And then you will really see this take shape pretty fast. And that might be interesting to watch. I think so. You know, once, you know, like just a quick look through of how it developed, and, you know, that I think could be pretty nice. You could make for some pretty neat videos, and then those videos could have a link to go and see the whole thing if somebody would want to. Then they could go from there to see the whole thing. I think that would be neat also because, you know, I need to think about my YouTube channel. I haven't been uploading anything. Exactly, it can be that intimidating to begin with. Oh, that's great because twisters can be pretty addictive. You just ask Johanna Ans because she's colored twisted out of her ears when she started on them. They are pretty addictive. I've heard they're addictive to draw, and I've heard that they are equally addictive to color. Once you start on them, you really get to like them. I've heard. I mean, I loved coloring the one I did the other day, and I love coloring them, but they're my work, so it's not the same for me as for somebody else, probably. So, but I think most people will find a real relaxation in coloring them, and because you don't have to think so much while you're doing it. You just have to enjoy your colors and relax. At least that's how I see it. So, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's not only gonna be good, it's gonna be great. Really great. I'm having, it's so nice that I've started doing these live videos because sometimes in the evening, after Victoria's sleeping, everything's quiet. It can be a little bit like empty. But it doesn't feel empty when I'm doing a live video. I can chat, and you know, I'm actually talking to grown-ups. I mean, I spent years and years where my grown-up talk would be, I need a pack of cigarettes in the kiosk in the 7-Eleven. You know, that would be like the biggest grown-up talk, except if I would talk to, you know, when I went to pick her up from school or from the kindergarten or something like that. But that's not really grown-up talk. It's just like, so you know that, yeah, I wouldn't have daily grown-up talk. So it's really limited. So yeah, this is cool. I think I'm gonna just take that whole thing with me. Yeah. So that sort of develops like that. Oops. It's not a good thing when one says oops, oops, in the middle of a drawing. Oops. And I cleaned the whole kitchen before I started. Like before it was 12, I actually cleaned the whole kitchen. So there's no mess out there to waiting for me. This is nice because sometimes, you know, I hate that when I haven't done it. It's really annoying, but it does happen. You think, oh, I'll just do that in a bit. And then you forget everything about it. And you go about doing what you're doing, and you're happy. You're in your little world where everything is perfect until that moment when you walk into the kitchen and you realize, oh shit, I didn't clean it. And there's like dishes there with the food on, and you have to scrape it off, and it's been standing there for a few hours, and oh my God, I hate that when I forget about it. And I do forget about it sometimes. It's really annoying. I mean, oh my God. Oh, that's cool. I love to do things in 4 colors. It's great that you're catching on, Tina. So yeah, this time I have no fear of entering the kitchen because it actually looks pretty neat, clean and nice, and I have to cook again because when I was shopping, they had like, yesterday I actually made a whole pork roast because it was thrown at me at the supermarket for nothing. I just had to cook it yesterday, so and I got a whole duck again, also for nothing. And I was like, 3.6 kilo duck for, I think I paid 25 kronas is like nothing, nothing, nothing. And I was like, okay, I can't just not buy it. I have to buy it. And it's defrosting. So I think day after tomorrow, I will be making duck roast with everything again. Well, not everything. I'm not going to do the caramelized potatoes. I'm just going to, maybe I'll do it like duck à la orange or something, like do it differently from the Danish Christmas duck. But if you get a big, fat, juicy duck that, on Christmas you should pay 400 or 500 Danish kroners for, and you get that thrown at you for 25, you can't really say no. It tastes so good. So I'm going to be making duck, for sure. It's just the way I roll with it. If I can get a really good offer, I don't care that it takes 6 hours to cook it. It's just darn good. So I'll do that. So we'll be actually eating some very nice food the coming days, and some food that we normally can't buy because it's too expensive. And now because Christmas is over and nobody's buying it because everybody's starting a new diet and whatever, I got it for nothing. So that's pretty cool. Next year I might, plan to have a Christmas after New Year's so that I can get all the goody Christmas things for cheap. Then I'll just have a Christmas Eve on the 1st of January. Yep. Combine Christmas Eve and New Year's in the first weekend of the new year. That could be fun, you could do that. Who says it has to be on a day? It doesn't have to. You can do whatever you want. It's the same with coloring. You can do it your style, your way. It's gonna be good. I'm very happy with how she's developing, and I really am in love with these colors. They are brilliant because they have that, I really love vibrant, strong colors. And for me, these just kick it, they are that vibrant and that strong. So this is just like my ideal. I think I found my very ideal colors in this, but I also have to we'll see with the beardies because I have to try the full set of the chameleons, and I have to see how that full set of colors are. I'm looking forward to seeing that, to see all the colors in the range and see how they work for a flat colorist, like I don't want to blend all the time. I also just want to see how the colors are because those are refillables, and that's also a nice point. So I'm looking forward to trying that out also. I'll be having fun with that and see what the range of that set is. If I'm gonna love it, I'm probably not gonna hate it. To be honest, I rarely hate things. I don't believe in hating things. You can have a formed opinion about something, but straight out hatred, nah. Yeah, I think it's gonna go. It's moving along and it's pretty. It's moving along and it's pretty. Yeah, you better sleep. You have to sleep, Tina. You need to sleep. You will see. You'll see it finish tomorrow, and you should not have a migraine. I know it's really late. It's 4:20 now. You have been up. Sleep well, Tina. Oh. Yeah, Victoria is already starting on Wednesday. I can't believe that she has to be in school on Wednesday. I was thinking the 8th. Maybe I'll just keep her home until the 8th and I'll just pretend that I misunderstood something. I mean, I think, why should they start, like, I think it's Wednesday or Thursday that they're starting in school again, and I think that's stupid. Sleep well. Yeah. Yeah, hate is a strong word. Sleep well. I will also sleep well, I think, when I get there. Not sure I will get there, though, because sometimes it gets too late to sleep. That actually happens a lot for me, where I think, okay, it's not worth it going to sleep now. It's better to wait until tomorrow and go to sleep there. That happens quite a lot. It used to happen more than it does now. Definitely used to happen a lot more. But it does still happen to me. That then I just cut the sleep one day, because then I can go to sleep that much earlier the next day. Or I usually, I think I can go to sleep that much earlier the next day. It's like a dream. But it usually turns out that I fall asleep in the middle of the day or something, and then I'm up anyways. So yeah, it is. I'm cheating myself with that, but sometimes it does work. Then at least I can fall asleep earlier if I do like a full 24s, a couple of times. And, yeah. Sometimes I envy people that are good at sleeping. Some people, they can just lie down their head on the pillow and they start snoring. They just go to sleep. They just fall asleep like boom. And I'm like, that's amazing. That's an amazing skill to have. And I think, I don't know. I mean, that's just, I've never been able to do that. I can be really, really tired, exhausted, tired. And the minute I go to bed, all the thoughts in my head, they just start going loco, loco, loco. And everything is twisting and turning in my head. And I just can't sleep. I'm just awake, and I get more and more awake. And then in the end, I have to get up again, because otherwise it's like I'm wasting my time lying there. Because I will just lie and turn around. It's a school on Tuesday. Tuesday too for you. Full week and 2 weeks off. Missouri and Buffalo. Is that anywhere close? He turns around, yeah, and that's so annoying. He starts snoring. I know that it's so provoking when you can't sleep that somebody's snoring next to you. It's like, you get even more annoyed that you can't sleep. I mean, I used to do the pillow trick with my ex-husband because he snored. So I just take the pillow and push it down on his head until he started moving about a little bit. I could, then I'd take it off and then I'd pretend I was sleeping. And then he'd be like awake, fully awake. I'm kidding you. It was a fun trick though. But then I would get a chance to fall asleep before he started snoring again. It's a good one. Don't do it at home. It's a trick you don't want to try at home because it can be dangerous. So no. Actually, he liked to sleep with the tele on, and I just couldn't fall asleep with the tele because I'm so curious. So even if it was him watching something, he would be sleeping, but I wouldn't close an eye because I kept watching whatever it was, and whatever came after and after and after. So I can't sleep with the television on. That's impossible for me. So yeah, this is gonna be good. And sometimes, you know, maybe some people, I think it's different what kind of sleep everybody needs. I think, of course, sleep is good for everyone, but you know, we might all have a different level of how much sleep we need. And some of us just maybe don't need as much. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm exhausted, yes, but usually I'm not exhausted from the lack of sleep. I'm exhausted from everything going around, you know, everything happening around me or something like that, you know, like all the stuff that I'm thinking or worrying about or stressing over. Exactly, they go 570 miles an hour and you just can't. You whack him. But sleep well and Happy New Year's. Awesome to spend New Year's with you guys. Really awesome. And I'm not done yet. I'm far from done. I'm not far from done. I'm actually pretty close to being done soon. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think Passionata is turning out pretty brilliantly. At least she's very colored. And she hasn't eaten any cats yet. But there's no cats around, so that might be why. That might be why she hasn't eaten any yet. So I won't let her loose. I'll keep her here. No roaming free for this Passionata. And now we're on to this favorite one of mine again. I really love that magenta. And I just totally ignored that little space here. Should not do that. So, here, here. It's going really well. It's flowing. And we can feel it. It's getting closer to conclusion. I think actually, you know, I'm pretty happy about it. I mean, she's like taking a long time. She is definitely taking a long time, but I think it's worth it. You know, I think the result is worth it, and then to be spending such a nice evening with you guys, I think that is perfect. So it's a win-win. Having a good time, getting her in shape for, you know, she's in the first color I've done in the 2018 because, yep, it's been 2018 for 4 hours and 29 minutes here. And I guess some of you are getting close. If you're not already there, are you getting closer to saying cheers for jumping into 2018? Heather and Dawn, are you, Rose? Are you guys getting close to the midnight or not? Because then I'll say Happy New Year's again. It's always nice to say it again. Yeah. Good thing that I'm drinking wine because otherwise I would have probably had to pee by now. I mean, 3 hours and 15 minutes and I haven't gone to the loo. That in itself is an accomplishment. I'll probably start jumping around on my chair pretty soon. Having to go. But we'll make it. And she will make it, this one. She will be pretty in colors. She got her New Year's dress on. And she's ready to party. She's gonna party like it's 1999. I don't even remember what I partied hard in 1999. Yes, I did. But actually, I always partied hard when I was young. But I'm still enjoying these brushes. They are awesome to do colors with. I'm definitely gonna be a sad camper when they start dying out on me. Then it's gonna be annoying because I like them. I forgot those parts down there. It's kind of annoying to discover now, but I did. I can see I did, but I can count. So I have a yellow, that one, that one, that one, that one. So it's this one. Just gotta fix it. You know, there's a darker one. Boom, boom. It's the last one here. Boom, boom. Fixed. So no longer an issue. We're gonna go into dark purple here. That's gonna be good contrast. It's gonna round it up pretty nicely. I think it's gonna be good. So how about that New Year's? 2.5 hours left for you, Rose. Hour and a half for you, Dawn, and 2.5 for Heather as well. Hmm. Oh, a 1-year-old in '99. Then you weren't partying. Definitely not. When Victoria was a 1 years old, there was no parties in the horizons for me. It was all baby, 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 baby. But I enjoyed it. I didn't miss anything. I was just so happy that I had her. So and I'm still so happy that I have her. I don't miss going out or doing anything. I do my own thing here at home. I have my glass of wine, and that's fine. But I don't miss going out. I mean, it can never make up for what I have with her. Partying, yeah, it's cool. It's what it is. But of course, sometimes it's nice to get out there and wiggle your feathers a bit. But I definitely haven't done that for, yeah, well, sure, for the longest time. I mean, I had a date where we went, that was in October, so that's a long time ago, where I was like, for a few hours and at a party, and that was fun. And I went in August to my ex's 50th birthday. That was also like a little bit like a party. But otherwise, I haven't really done it. But I don't really miss it. A lot of the times, I actually just prefer that people come to my house and we eat and just sit and maybe have some wine. And yeah, then, you don't get all mixed up outside. And one wants to go there and another one wants to go there. And you get all broken up. And I actually like to have people over. I feel comfortable with that. I feel comfortable at home. So, so I prefer to have people. Really, you have to excuse me because if I don't go pee now, there's a big chance I'll pee my pants. So you're gonna have to bear with me for 2 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna have to run. Sorry. So I'm back. Sorry about that, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, you can't wait. So it's I feel better now. I think it's because I was just talking about it. So here. So we're gonna go on with the blue here. It's gonna be pretty. Yeah. And it's even gonna develop into, I think we're gonna make it even into the green on this last one. So we'll go full circle. I mean, a lot of it is finished up now. So it's, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So yeah. I think every day will be impossible, even for me. So that's why I'm really hoping. Well, Johanna said that she would go in and do color some of them. And Tina is looking into how she can set up her camera to do some live as well, so that I won't be every day. But in the beginning, I'll probably be most every day. But every day is maybe not so realistic. But there will be a weirdie every day. But it might not be me coloring every single day. I hope. But you know, if nobody can do it, then I will do it. I mean, I have the determination of a donkey, and I'm stubborn as one as well. So I usually do what I set out to do. So there will be a weirdy every day, but you know, some weirdies might be very quick weirdies. They're not all gonna be long and complicated weirdies or long videos. You know, some of them might, you know, take a lot less time. Yeah, you have everybody has a lot of new books. I think, you know, everybody who was in the Epic Christmas giveaway, they have quite a collection of books that they need to explore and have a time on. So the weirdies a day is sort of, you know, you can jump in, you can jump out, you know, you can look into which weirdies do I really like, and then jump in on those days and plan, okay, that one weirdie, I really love that one. Or if you enjoy the videos, you can color something else. You don't have to color the weirdie. You could color something entirely different, but still see the video and be a part of what's going on. You know, nobody says you have to color the weirdie every time. You could be coloring something else and just hang out and chat while I color weirdie, or you know, so. And I will be coloring other stuff too. I'll just have to sort of arrange my time around when I do what and how I do it. I don't like to schedule too much, because a lot of my stuff, you know, like the weirdie a day I can say, because I really want to do that. I've been wanting to do that since I made them. And I am working on new weirdies. So I have the first year down, but I have a lot of new weirdies going that are under development, and they are in the developing stages. So there's a big chance that I'll have a whole new range of weirdies that will be introduced maybe next year. Let's see how things go, because some will like the weirdies and others will not, and you know, those who will like, they will maybe like to have the next weirdies as well, because my weirdies like me are also developing. So, you know, these weirdies might be different from the first weirdies. You know, like some will be more complicated, some will be simple. You know, the way that it always is. So I'll definitely be working on more things. Yeah, this is nice. We are getting a good, like, you know, we're getting it spread out here, which I like. Oh, yep, 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 yep. I should contact these Kotage and ask them to send me some. Just, you know, if they want to have me keep. Maybe I should send them the videos where I'm coloring with their markers and ask, do you want me to keep coloring with them? Then you gotta send me some more sets, make them refillable, because that's the only thing I really need. Make a few more purples. I'd be happy with a few more purples. So yeah, you know, I could send them the coloring videos where I'm coloring them and ask them to send me some more. Hi Yolanda, nice to see you. Welcome and Happy New Year. Well, I don't know what time you're at, but for me it's been 4 hours and 44 minutes. I've been into 2018. So nice to see you. Well, you know, I've been on for almost 3.5 hours now. It's the longest video ever because with a Passionata and she's taking forever. So, but it's been 3.5 hours that has been really nice and enjoyable with a good company. Who can ask for more? Great company and a lovely way to jump into the new year with a awesome Passionata, and she's filling out and becoming very beautiful. Yeah, I'm not going to forget the eyes, and I'm not going to forget this. This is a detailing. Just getting this part done, finished up. So no forgetting any parts. We're going to get through everything, and this is the green that I like. But her eyes could also be this green. I like this green. I really like that one. But they could be green and blue. They could be. Let's see. Now we're into the yellow again. That's the 4th time we go on this yellow. So it's been quite a few rounds. And this is the last one here with the darker yellow. And now we are up to this section here, the one that we're not going to forget about. So I'm thinking here I have to do with the brighter, that's the brighter pinkish, that's the purplish one I need to do here. So I'm just gonna, I have the sequence here so I can easily do it, because this one I just totally forgot about when I was doing it. So that's an easy one to sort of fill out quickly, I think. And I'm not in a rush, no rush, because I'm actually having a great time. I think this is actually the best New Year's I've had for 7 years, to be honest, quite honest, because I had an awesome, relaxed evening with my daughter. We had a relaxed day. We stayed in bed and watched movies, you know. Like when she was younger, she loved to say that my bedroom was a cinema, because I have exactly, it's free advertising, Heather. They should just provide me with a lifetime of them. They should give me them, and then they should give me like 10 sets that I could give away to you guys. That would be awesome. That would be like the best thing they ever did. So we're going to do something special on the eyes for sure. We're going to have a sip of the old wine. We're going to have a cigarette. Oh, that was the last one. Oh, I have more in this one. few. It's okay. Everybody does New Year's resolutions, and some people they're stupid enough to say, "I will stop smoking." Yeah, I never did that, but I have actually said that when I get the e-ciggies that my ex said he would send me, then I will try. I will give it a real try. So I'm just like doing some stripes here in this green that I really like. So there were like the green stripes, and I'm gonna do some bright blue stripes here in between that. I'll bring it up closer to the camera so you can see it afterwards what I did. Don't know if it messed it up, but I don't think it messed it up. And then maybe I'll do like a darker here, a little bit. Just, you know, to do something special about the eyes, to emphasize them a bit more. And a darker blue. I think you can blend these. They are watercolors, so I'm gonna try to do this one in between them. Let's see if I can sort of, yeah, that goes well. You can blend them a little bit in between there. I'm gonna try to do that with taking the lighter green and blending it in here with those, yeah, that gives that turquoise a darker green. So yeah, gives it a little bit like, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Then I think I would like to have something dark here. I don't know if there's a black. Is this a black one? Let me just check it. This is a deep blue. So I'll do the deep blue then. This is a very deep blue. It's very close to black. I like it. It's like a Prussian blue. Almost black. It's a very nice blue actually. That's neat. The white I'll stay in there, white. So that was one that hasn't been in the color panel that we used. Oh, and so there's the eyes. Eyes. There's a little bit of more. I actually bent it here. See? Got bent a bit. I know you can't see it, but I can see it. I think that. But it's because I have it on this blue pad and it was just getting bent by my tits because I was leaning and then it was bending them. Well, you know, these things do happen. So it's colored. Happy New Year, Bev. Nice to see you. 10:45 in Toronto. Ooh, it sounds like it's really cold where you guys are. Sounds like it's cold. But I think it's a pretty awesome awesome result. Passionata got really pretty. It's annoying that maybe I should take it up so you can see the whole thing. Just gonna put the camera up a bit so we can see Passionata in her full state of affairs. I think she's turned out beautifully. I'm very happy with my very first coloring of the year, Passionata. Passionata. Yeah. So you can see the full thing. And I mean, those colors are brilliant. I mean, even like when you see them live, and when I look at the screen, they're a little bit muted, but when I see them live here, they are very, very strong. They're very strong. So I guess, you know, that is 8 minutes to 5 a.m. here. 5 a.m. That leaves me, if I go to bed now, I plan to get up at 10. I was thinking that my daughter was pretty late in bed. She's not gonna be up that early. So, and I promised her that we're gonna do the full breakfast thingy tomorrow. She really wanted to do it today, and I was like, no way. I don't have energy for to make the bacon and eggs and all that. But I promised her that tomorrow. So maybe, you know, I'll have to make good in that promise. But I think it turned out really good. I'm really happy about my result. And definitely 3.5 hours she took, but she's pretty. She's really pretty. So that is a great thing. And I think I'm gonna have to sign off and remember to go get your weirdy for, well, tomorrow for you guys. For me is later in the evening. Now I'll be fresh for it. I already printed mine, so I can show you which one is gonna be. This is the one for tomorrow. Weirdy, January 1st. So that's actually a pretty big one. That's one of the complicated ones. So I'm starting out. But it's good that I was with Passionata today. Now I'm like prepared for it. I'm ready. So I'm gonna say cheers. I'm gonna smoke my cigarette, finish it. Then I'm gonna close off and let you guys say goodbye to me. And in a way, you know, I'm sorry I can't stay on until you guys have a New Year's, so I could say Happy New Year's, but I have to go get off to bed. Oh, thank you, Bev. Well, you know, that's, you know, I promised myself that I was gonna color her tonight, and I did. So I've done it, and I've had a lovely time with a lovely company. And now I have to turn it off and go to bed, and I'll see you guys. For me, it will be tomorrow, because for me, tomorrow starts when I wake up. So have a nice evening, and I wish you guys come into the new year in the best way ever. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in your new year, because I'm already there. So I'm looking forward to seeing you and coloring with you and having fun with you and doing fun, great stuff for 2018. And I'll sign off and say goodbye. Bye. It was nice spending this evening with you guys. Thank you for being here so much. And I will be, yeah, good night. It's almost 5 a.m. So it's a good night, because I'm going to be sleeping. So, and then I'll be awake and I'll be back and we'll have more fun tomorrow. So bye-bye. Nice to be here with you guys. Thank you.